Ladies and gentlemen, may I present for your intellectual and philosophical pleasure,
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog.
Raw Dog
Comedy Hits. Channel 99.
Okay, let's get down to it, boppers.
Hey everybody, it's the Ron and Fez show. Our first show back from Christmas vacation. It's Wednesday, March 25th. That's right. We've got the information correct on our sheet now. Wednesday, March 25th, 2015, in the year of our Lord. And if you're Chinese, it's actually called the year of the rice ball. So pick one of those up if you have the opportunity. You ever had a rice ball, Fez?
I have never had a rice ball.
It's rice, but in a ball shape. So you can eat it, you can throw it, you can roll it. It's just so much damn fun.
Is it in the same family as a Rice Krispie treat? Because is it stuck together by marshmallow? Because that I've had.
No, it's nothing that people in Iowa eat. This is something that I think that the Chinese try to sell to tourists. All right. 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's our phone number. 866-RON-0-FEZ. All right, okay, just put up some pictures, Fez, with rice balls with panda faces, which I've never had before.
That is an adorable-looking dish.
Well, there's only 18 left on the entire planet. You see, they won't have sex with each other. And by the way, if you won't have sex with each other, you should go extinct. That's my fucking opinion. Done. Over. You fucked up. It's not like we killed you. You just do not know how to go on and procreate as a species. Fez Whatley gave me a little news today before. Well, I will tell you this before we get into that. I'm a little miffed at you, Fez. I got a problem with you. You just walked by me on the street today without saying hello.
I didn't even see you on the street.
Now, okay, I want you to take a... Because I was so mad at you that I just snapped your picture.
Oh, God. It's my worst fear.
Come and look at this, okay? This guy, he just walks by me. I took a creep shot.
Okay, seems to be really enjoying it.
It's funny. It's a good candid shot.
That's me?
Yeah.
All right. If you showed me this and said it looks like something someone would have sent in saying, that's Fez.
Right. Does it? Yes, that's why I took the creep shot. Because the guy looks so much like you.
Oh, all right.
Do you think it's you?
I thought it was me.
Well, do you know you're not wearing that?
It looks like my coat. It could be.
So you really think this looks like you?
Yeah.
I would put this up on the internet, but it's not fair to put up creep shots. But, okay, run that into the other studio for me. Show it around. Let everybody enjoy. Let everyone jerk to it. So you honestly thought that was you?
I thought that was me because I was out walking this morning.
It looks nothing like your coat. You know what your coat looks like. That's a sweatshirt that person's wearing.
Oh.
And no, it's not you. Studio is leaping up and down, just enjoying themselves. Now, Fez, you told me before the show you're doing a very strange... Why are you upset? Why are you upset? Why did that make you upset?
Just stupid.
I took a picture of a guy who looks like you, but you know it's not you. Do you wear those glasses? And did you really think that your hair is that white and you're...
I thought maybe it was the way the sun was catching it.
Just crazy to not know who you are. But anyway, there is somebody who looks exactly like you stalking the streets. And it's frightening. But you told me something crazy before the show today. You fired your therapist how many years ago?
About a year ago.
Well, I thought it was longer than that.
No, not quite a year ago.
Okay, so which therapist is this?
This is the woman therapist.
Take me through your last three therapists so I can catch up.
All right, this is the woman therapist on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
Before that was the gay male therapist in Union Square.
Uh-huh.
And then the one before that was the one up near Columbus Circle who dealt with creative types. That woman.
Oh, that was
who was recommended by somebody.
By the daughter of a very famous
creative type.
And you thought, well, I'll be in, and I'll be at the same place Woody Allen goes to. All right, so you just decided you've got some issues now that you want to deal with, right?
Yeah.
These are not or the exact same as what you had a year ago.
Yeah, it's slightly different, but basically the same stuff.
Now, when you fired her a year ago, I remember you told her, I don't think that you can help me.
Right.
Now, of all these social problems that you have, that I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. Here's one that I would have. Firing someone a year ago and then going back and saying, I was wrong, I need you. That's the thing I would go out of my way not to do. And then this is one you have no problem with?
I was really embarrassed to contact her again.
Right.
But the process of getting in to see a therapist in New York City.
Now, this person that couldn't help you, you believe can help you now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm that's what I'm going in there believing and hoping, yeah.
But that would mean, now you were with her for how long?
I was with her probably a good 2 years.
All right. In those 2 years, you said you never got helped by her, right?
Right. Yeah. Nothing was moving along.
All right. So two things, I mean, there can only be two things that you believe have changed. Either you think somehow she's gotten better in the past year.
I don't know if she's taken any courses in the past year.
Yeah, you would have no information there. Or you would think that you got better in the past year. But if that was the case, why would you need a therapist?
Right.
This is a very strange thing. The most I can equate it to is when people date their crazy ex-girlfriends. And they think like, well, there was some good times. You know what I mean? Like, you broke up with a girl and then a year goes by. Now, okay, I'm going to ask you right off the bat. Could you do this? Could you go back to the therapist that you said could not help you?
Yeah, I think, I could, because I feel like I would have grown most likely and seen the value within that therapist, because clearly something would have changed after going to that therapist.
All right, I'm going to check with Fez. Do you feel like you've grown in the past year?
No, just the opposite. I feel like I've gotten worse, that I'm crawling back.
I give you credit for this one, dude. This is one I don't think I could do. Not only that, but if I ran into someone that I had fired a year ago, like I was at the mall, I would act like I didn't hear them saying my name. You know what I mean? I would just keep going.
It has taken me weeks to get up the nerve to contact her.
Yeah.
And then left a message when I knew that she normally has sessions or clients, so that I could leave the message without talking to her directly.
All right, I just had a text come in that the person sent me at 11:25. That's how long it takes for text to work.
They might as well be telegrams.
Bring that up with your therapist. John in Kentucky.
Ron, I never thought it, but Fez is turning more and more into a woman. This is crazy pussy talk.
Yeah, you're right. This is almost like you're the crazy girlfriend, and you've gone back after a year. I was thinking of you as the dude, anybody who's going gets drunk and goes back to their old crazy pussy girlfriend. But in this case, sometimes the crazy girlfriend does just show up out of nowhere. But are you going to say...
This isn't more like me making an emotional booty call?
There is some of that. There's no doubt about it. But you're doing it from the girlfriend point of view.
Oh, I need you.
You're the crazy person.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, she was fine without me.
Do you know what you want to get out of this experience with the therapist?
I just know that I want to. Before, when I talked to her, it was a lot more about anxiety. This will be a lot more about depression.
I wonder if that's a step up or a step down.
It feels like just a crazy move sideways.
But would you rather have anxiety or depression?
I would rather have the anxiety.
Really?
Yeah. The depression, it's too dark.
Yeah, but at least you can lay on the couch with depression. Anxiety, you can't.
You're pacing.
You're pacing. You're
puking.
Yeah, you just that feeling to ever know that it's there all the time. Ugh. Maybe she'll tell you what's better, depression or anxiety.
I'll ask.
Sure.
What do you have more success with?
Jason, Panic in Detroit.
Hey, good afternoon, Ron and Fez. Hey, Fez, big news last night. Mr. Brock Lesnar re-signs with the WWE. He's not leaving for the UFC, so there's going to be no crossover. Looks like you're going to shave that head for me, Fez.
Now, when I went to his call, it said Brock Lesnar is resigning with the WWE prior to WrestleMania. So I'm like, Fez is right, but re-signing and resigning, same spelling?
Same spelling, but I read, you pointed it out. It looks the same to me. It looks like, Brock Lesnar has bailed on the WWE a week before the match.
I thought it's going to be another situation where Fez Whatley, modern day Nostradamus.
We'll see what happens. Anything can happen at WrestleMania.
Not really. I don't think anything could happen. I think we can.
The Undertaker caught on fire at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. I mean, things like that can happen. I didn't say they couldn't. But they're not going to find surviving people from that plane crash.
No.
There's a lot of things we can come up with that are not going to happen at WrestleMania. I got a little freaked out when Sam told me how long the whole process was taking. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. It's an
8-hour day, according to Sam.
Yeah, it's all pre-show, and then the actual night of WrestleMania, they add an hour to the show. It's a 4-hour event.
That's a little long.
With a 4-hour pre-show in front of that.
Hey, Charlie. Charlie, you're
Ronnie
on.
B, I get very scared when Fez goes home and doesn't turn the TV on. I used to imagine Fez just watching hour after hour. So the fact he's going back, carte blanche, no busting. Fez, great job. I apologize for constantly bashing you online. Have a great day, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a thank you moment. That was a thank you moment for you. I didn't know that he constantly busted you online.
I don't know who he is, but I'm sure I've noticed his comments.
Right. He's probably Stank Fanga 312. Oh, are you going back because that guy sent you should kill yourself?
That's part of it, yeah.
Eating my sandwich or whatever his name was?
Eating my sandwich. Sandwich.
So this is big for you, huh? You nervous or are you excited?
Oh, I'm very nervous because there's just the whole social awkwardness of it besides even getting into any mental problems before any of that even starts.
I should have brought that up earlier. To me, that was the awkward part of it. Going back to someone that you fired and said, I mean, I guess you have to say you were wrong. I mean, I was wrong, you were right.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say that quickly and try to get down to business.
All right, I'm going to make my prediction. You're going to come in. Do you lay down and do this?
Yeah.
I bet as soon as you lay down, she's just going to stand over and just, what did I tell you, motherfucker? I told you a fucking year ago that you'd come crawling back here, you piece of shit. Is that the thing that I did my big detective work with you when you lost your dad's ring?
That was the therapist before.
All right, okay, you're going to love this story. Mm-hmm. So Fez comes in to the show. I see him in the hall, and he's crying. Now, you know how rare that is. So I said, what's going on? And he goes, I lost the ring that my dad gave me. And I'm like, where is the last place you had it? He's here. And, I'm going through. So I go like this. It's in the couch at your therapist's office. He laid down and fell out there. Calls up the therapist, digs around, boom.
It was there.
Rockford Files, motherfucker.
It was there.
wow.
It fell, it went right in the couch cushions.
That's when I really feel like I should be a fucking detective. And when you gave me that reward money, because it was priceless, how much did you give me?
I didn't give you anything.
Didn't even fucking offer, right? I mean, you
I
would
didn't.
think.
I hadn't put a reward up.
But there was a big case that went out. I solved the case. You ever feel guilty about that? Like not even coming back in the next day and saying, here, I baked you something, or whatever fucking people do that are nice.
I feel guilty about all of it. Losing the ring, every aspect of the story.
Well, don't feel guilty about that. I found it through my detective skills. But bring that up tonight. Say, this is why you're there for your therapy. What should you have done?
You solved the case before I could even get the missing posters put together.
Here is Lewis. Lewis.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got a spy report for you.
Hey, man.
You playing it, the spy thing?
No.
All right, well, I didn't hear
Bez is
anyway,
looking.
The spy report is ISIS has now taken over Tatooine. They're using the set for Tatooine as their base of operations now.
I think I think it's nice that someone's just using that property. You know? It's not
Now we
going to waste.
got drones and we got this going on. It's like the war's becoming Star Wars.
Hey, Tony, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, Fez sounds great today. I just want to know, is this a Nikki Cox bit?
Big ass prize closet. This is a Nikki Cox bit that she wrote for Fez. Is that it, Fez? Did Nikki write this therapist thing for you?
No, Nikki didn't write this.
Brilliant! Tell her the next bit she writes, pepper it with some jokes. I hate when I say pepper it because it reminds us of Pepper. I saw him the other day. He's doing really good. Really fucking good.
Looking well?
No. Oh. But he's doing good. Not looking good. He looks exactly the same. So, big ass prize closet for Tony. Line 5. Get something sweet. Janice wants to check in on you, Fez. Janice.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Fezzy. Fezzy, I was so happy to hear that you left that woman. Because, you know, you don't really like women. And now you're going back to her?
Yeah, I'm going back to her. I went to her because I had just finished with a man.
Oh.
And
kind of disgusting.
For therapy.
Somebody's bi crazy. Yeah, that is a good point. Since you do hate women and you make all women into your mom, isn't your therapist kind of become your mom figure?
That's probably why she got fired a year ago.
No, if you really treated her like your mom, you would take her to fucking right-wing conservative TV shows. Sit next to her holding her purse on your lap. All right, here's another thing, Fez. I want you to bring this up with your therapist tonight. So I was asking you about your niece, and you told me how many weeks that she had left before she has the baby, and you were saying how big she got, right?
Yeah.
So I said, oh my God, I can't even imagine, because she's a tiny little thing. I said, you have any pictures? You said no. She refuses to take pictures.
Yeah.
So I say that to my chick when I get home last night, because she's been calling and checking in on the doula stuff. And I go, Fez was telling me that she refuses to take pictures. She goes, what? She's got the iPad. She just goes like this. She shows me her Facebook page. There's a picture in there every day. There's close-ups.
I was told. I asked for a picture, and I was told she's not doing that.
I saw pictures from the 25th, the 24th. I saw her laying on the table with her shirt up, with your sister there and her husband, or soon-to-be husband, hopefully.
Wow, that's what she's hoping for.
Pictures of the baby's face. The face work that they do now is unbelievable. Like, inside, there's a three-dimensional picture of the face.
Yeah, that one I've gotten. But I said,
All you got to do is go to her Facebook page. There's a picture a day.
That feels intrusive.
Yeah. But that's
put
not.
them on there.
Wait, am I being accused of something for looking at a Facebook page that's open to the public? So you have to bring that up to your therapist about how much you lied to me. So what are the stuff you're going to talk to your therapist about?
Depression.
No, forget that.
Ring reward.
Ring reward goes up top, followed by always lying around about pictures.
Baby photo lie.
That could be a great name for that baby. Look, everybody, it's baby photo lie. So, I mean, didn't I look like a nut when I went and repeated your lie to everybody? What other lies you got from me, Fez, about the world being flat again? I looked like an idiot at a bar once.
I wouldn't sail to the edge.
Yeah. You've already sailed to the edge of your own mind.
And over.
Here's what's going to be funny when you go there. You're still wearing the shirt. From a year ago.
I wonder if she'll notice. She will.
All right, Jen, it's good to talk to you, honey.
Can I say what a hero you are helping Sam like that? Because, after my mother and father-in-law and me are gone, the whole family, the name is gone. So you're helping Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, because there's not enough Roberts around the planet. You can get them in any color. All right, talk to you later.
Take care.
All right, there's a guy named Johnny Wellhung who just wrote in, I'm going to be in New York this weekend. I'd love to take Fez out. Johnny Wellhung. I'm just going to write back yes. And give out your address.
Don't have him pick me up at home.
Oh, he'll already be there when you come in. Mike, Florida.
Hey, what's going on, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a feel-good story for you. Baseball. I know you're a baseball guy.
Good.
This kid out of Miami Hurricane, last year he had to have a rib removed, and this past week he went 4 games in the past week and had 2 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, including 2 grand slams, 13 RBIs, and 23 total bases.
Isn't that weird? He lost a rib but gained RBIs. You know what I mean?
Crazy,
it's gotta be
right?
something there. There's got to be something there we can work with. Weird.
Maybe it loosens up a little bit. I don't know.
Why'd they take his rib out? Is he a Marilyn Manson fan?
yeah, he's trying to, yeah.
Remember they would always say different stars had ribs taken out, their bottom ribs taken out?
Yeah, we know where they're going with that one. Yeah. No, he had something Dr. Steve could probably tell you. It's called thoracic outlet syndrome, where there's the nerves between your collarbone and your top rib that start to pinch. And Pez might be able to appreciate this.
I would just recommend he stop wearing turtlenecks. But I would do that to everyone anyway. Stop wearing turtlenecks.
No, but I thought you'd appreciate that. It's that's a pretty impressive little 4-game stout there.
Oh, it's unbelievable. All right, cool stuff. Thanks. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. There is a story about this guy being kicked off an airplane. This is so weird. It's up on the Interbank today. He was wearing a shirt that said Broad fucking City on it. Now, I consider myself a TV fan. You know what I mean? But, A, where do you buy this shirt? And B, why would you think that it's for airline travel? Why would you think it would be cool when you're around families?
I don't have so much a problem with this shirt as other things that people wear on a plane.
Is this going to be a list?
No.
No, I'm not saying that in a fun way. I'm saying it in a fun way.
No, I mean, why is someone allowed to wear flip-flops on a plane?
Maybe because they don't say fuck. Now, flip-flops make you upset. Why?
It's just because then the shoes off and the flip-flops. Because it's tight quarters. Yes, I have a toenail collection, but I don't want to see other people's feet.
But maybe they wear flip-flops because they got to take their shoes on and off for the same reason that you're always thinking loafers when you fly, you know?
Yeah.
You fly in slippers.
Yeah, I've done that, but my feet are covered.
So the toe is disgusting to you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Now, what about fingers? Do they gross you out too? They're basically the same thing.
Those fingerless gloves. Put on mittens.
Hey, don't do the Big J thing. You already got a beef with him. He's bringing a gay guy to turn you tomorrow, though.
What? How fucking ridiculous is that?
You're gonna feel better. I think
What an asshole move.
I'm gonna put. Why are you upset?
Because it's just ridiculous. Here,
I didn't know that you were upset about it. I thought you were going to be happy.
No, here, I can't possibly have bashed Fez on the podcast because, look, I have a gay friend, so that excuses me and I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
No, the reason why he's bringing his gay friend is to teach you to be gay. I think this is going to go better for you than the therapist.
I think it's just a nasty, nasty setup. I'm not looking forward to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that you would be so happy having another gay guy here.
I think it's just to show me up. Here's a good... You're a bad gay guy, Fez. Here's a good one.
I just thought of something. That shows me up now. If Big J comes in here with a cooler gay friend than I have, I look like the fucking loser.
Yeah, he's trying to go after all of us.
I didn't even know. I didn't even think of that.
I see it as just a dick move.
You love Big J.
Well, we'll see what happens after tomorrow.
Oh, stop. That's our best buddy. Don't put him in the Mikey D line. Nobody wants to be in the Mikey D line. But here's... All right, so you don't like flip-flops on a plane, but you wouldn't have any problems with broad fucking city.
I have no problem with a broad fucking city shirt.
Now, what if you're with your little nieces and the guy sat next to you? Like, it isn't going to offend me, it isn't going to offend you, but you can understand when people are going around with kids. I mean, that's why we have the parental thing on this station.
I mean, the very short amount of time that he's going to be going down the aisle, unless you're in the row in front of him and climbing over the back of the seat, you're not going to see this.
Or sitting next to him.
There's not enough room on a plane to turn right or left to pick this up in peripheral vision.
Somebody must have seen it.
I'd rather...
I mean, if it can't be seen, someone saw it.
It was the flight attendants as he was trying to board this flight.
Why didn't he just wear his jacket? Apparently this was given to him as free swag at South by.
Yeah.
And his free... And now you realize they must be ecstatic. You know what I mean? Like, look how far this has gone for them. Now I'm like, I got to see this fucking show. Sounds amazing.
Alana Glazer from Broad City, she tweeted out support for him.
Oh, nice.
That she loves him.
But
people show up on a plane in their pajamas. They bring their old drool-covered pillow with them. Put a ban on that germ fest.
Well, Grandma doesn't like people, huh? Everything's disgusting to you. Toes, pajamas. I mean, the pajama is weird because it is clothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at those people in India, to me, they look like they're just wearing around pajamas and house dresses. But over here, we're like, that's sleeping material. Get out of here. You're not sleeping now. And the reason why they wear pajamas is because they're going to sleep.
Yeah, but this is public transportation. This is where, these are the same pajamas.
Should you not be able to sleep in a plane? Should you have somebody come by like with a stick and just hit the seat like they used to in Times Square?
I would love to be able to sleep on a plane.
Eating my sandwich is tweeting some stuff.
Wonderful.
Yesterday, Eat My Sandwich, Dr. Eat My Sandwich said, hey, Fez, don't forget to jump off a bridge today. Today, Dr. Eat My Sandwich says, hey, Fez, you should lay down in front of a speeding dump truck on your way to therapy. That's fucking cruel. That means they're listening right now.
Yep.
You going to bring that up to your therapist?
Yeah.
You going to bring up Big J to your therapist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to leave any time for the therapist to answer, or are you just going to go through your list?
I should have submitted a questionnaire before I got there.
What would you do if you get there, your therapist is wearing flip-flops? Would that be good or bad?
That would be bad. I would have to divert myself.
Divert yourself.
Divert my eyes.
Oh, I thought you were going to fly to another airport. I'm diverting the plane right now. Well, you want to look at him, K's toes?
No, I'm good.
You sure? Just seeing those toes would freak you out.
Yeah, I have the feeling they're probably pretty hair covered.
So you hate hair? You hate masculine things. He hates masculine things. I want to go over this with the new improved gay guy that Big J's bringing tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun.
Why don't you just do this? Take the gay guy's advice and do all the stuff the gay guys tell you to do.
I don't know what he's going to tell me to do. I'm sure Big J's setting him up with more jokes.
Well, you got Nikki Cox.
Yeah.
So you're nervous about that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you nervous about Big J himself?
No, not so much him. Just
you liked him until he got a gay friend.
I liked him until he started, thinking, "Oh, I'll come on this show that always puts him over and try to punk me."
Wait, I don't even know what that means.
He always gets a warm welcome here, but now he's got this punk stunt he wants to do to me.
David, San Francisco.
What's going on, guys? Hey, Ronnie, I was in the grocery store the other day, and I saw these young girls walking around in their PJs, but then I turned the corner, there was an adult. Since when did it become acceptable to wear PJs or pajama pants?
It's from college. It's because kids, they do this at college where it's acceptable, and then they move to Brooklyn and they keep the college experience going. There's 7 of them living in a fucking apartment like it's college. They go out to eat, with PJs on. We live
day and night.
But see, here's the thing. Since I'm going to say the 1960s, right? Formality, we start to push for comfort then, right? And now this is that sliding thing, that slippery slope that people don't believe happens, but it does. So now you walk down the street and there's a guy in a robe and fucking pajama bottoms instead of, wearing a suit to a baseball game. Wasn't that long ago. Like, people are alive now that remember when you would wear a suit to get on an airplane. And we start going, wait, this is crazy. This is uncomfortable. Let's get a little more comfortable. And now we're at Broad fucking City on an airplane and flip-flops with disgusting men and their disgusting hairy bodies, Fez, that turns you off. I wonder if the new gay guy who's coming in tomorrow, I think his name is Frez, I wonder if he's going to be disgusted by men's bodies.
Probably not.
Just the thought of a man's body just turns your stomach, doesn't it?
No.
Save it for tomorrow.
Dirty toes on a plane do.
Save it for tomorrow when Frez is here. You know what he said that he is, though? And this is his language, not mine. A fraggot. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, I got that through Big J.
I'm not shocked that
Here's what I think is going to happen.
Something that Big J would do.
I think Big J is going to UCB, and he's hiring an improv guy to come in here with him tomorrow. I want you to play a gay guy to tell Fez that all the stuff that I say is great.
That would make sense. I'm sure he probably doesn't have a real gay friend.
He does have a gay friend, Fezzy. You.
We'll see after tomorrow. He's already
a cliffhanger.
He's already the one out of the Legion of Skanks that hasn't reached out to me to apologize for the bashing he gave me. Haven't heard anything from him, so I can only imagine this is going to be the 2 out of his 1-2 punch.
So, Dave Smith reached out to you?
Dave Smith recorded something with Louis J. Gomez apologizing to me.
So that's a reach out, in your opinion?
Yeah, he put it out there.
You're part of social media then.
It's a lot more than Big J's done.
That's true.
Look, here's what I'm worried about. Sooner or later, Fez is going to turn on me because he's turned on everybody else that we know except for me. Will you ever do the heel turn for me?
No, you're nice to me. You support me. You don't, go on a podcast and start, just bashing me. Acting like you're my friend off the air and then doing that while you're on the air.
I thought that was my actual job. I thought you were actually just reading me my job description. I know this. I'll never stand in front of a barber shop window when you're close to me, Fez. Because I know that fucking Marty Jannetty heel turn is coming. Which, by the way, didn't they turn the wrong guy heel? No one ever brings that up.
I think it would have helped Marty's career a lot.
If he would have stayed face?
No, if he would have gone heel instead of Sean.
I don't think he could have pulled it off. Chris in Philly.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, quick question for Fezzy here. Fez, you said you don't have a problem with the broad fucking cities T-shirt because nobody can see it. What if it had the other F word on it? Would that still be okay? Because
no, that's highly offensive.
But nobody's going to see it according to your logic, right?
If anyone saw it, that would be a problem. That's an offensive term.
But fucking is offensive to a lot of people out there, particularly when children say it.
Fucking doesn't target one group of people in particular.
Well, in my case, females. But in your case, yes, no, nothing is targeted. So if it's offensive to everyone, it's okay. If it's just offensive to some people, not okay.
Right.
Do you see? No, I'm not going to say anything. I'll save it for tomorrow when the new gay guy's here.
That's logic.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's fucking... I shouldn't say crazy when you're going to see a therapist tonight. I think it's brave what you're doing. I couldn't do it. I could not go back to someone I fired, lie down on that couch again and go, fix me.
We'll have to see how that goes, too. And then her office is, down 2 long hallways. So it's like, if I want to get out of there, it's going to be quite the run to escape before I'm actually out of the building.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Joe. Joe in Long Island.
Hey, going back to the offensive clothing on an airplane, I was on a flight and a guy who didn't really look like he spoke English was wearing a shirt that said, "I eat pussy like a fat kid eats cake." And it was awesome. But I was wondering if that would be offensive for most people.
There was my chick's uncle when I was down in Florida, elderly chap, used to buy a lot of T-shirts at flea markets, and he came to the Little League game that the children were playing at, and the shirt that he was wearing, it was actually an iron-on shirt. That's how old school it was. And it was a blonde woman with her tits exposed. And none of us would say anything to him. So one guy turned around and was staring at the guy, and I go like this, "What are you looking at, fucky?" So he had to turn his face around. I got very fucking defensive of anyone pointing out to him, "Hey, your 10 T-shirts for $1 has fucking backfired on you." What's going on over there, Fizz?
Just nervous.
Look, he's not going to wear that shirt here. He's already passed away.
Oh, I wasn't nervous about that shirt.
What are you nervous about?
Just in general.
It's got to be something specific. Is it the gay guy tomorrow?
That's part of it.
What's the rest of it?
Going back to the therapist and just nervous today.
Well, you don't have to go back, do you?
No.
Why don't I do this? I'll buy a big giant mustache, put it on, wear it in there, act like I'm you. I'll just give out the same problems you have. I'll go, I got a problem. My friend Jay is bringing a gay guy. All right, I just got a text from Jay. He is not bringing a gay guy tomorrow. He's bringing 2 gay guys tomorrow.
Because he's tough in a group.
All right, Liz Sets Fire sent this in. I got to hang out with Jay a bit this weekend, and he fully believes that Fez hates him and didn't think he'd be invited back on the show. I love that you've got us all out here on the Midway. And then she says she's running around looking for Pepper Hicks. Fez, one thing you got to do is stop that thing from going. You got to stop that leg.
Oh, sorry.
Just for yourself. Either that or we got to, get a loom in here. You know what I mean? He could be going like that in a leg and you're spinning it.
I start spinning it, making
it nice.
Blanket.
I'll just tell you this about Chris Stanley, from what I understand, and I got this from Don. Chris has one more test to pass before he moves into the executive ranks. And it's just the whole thing about stabbing people in the back that you used to care about. Picking the corporation over them. Hits, as they call it in this business. He's got to get his button before they will accept him and then burn a Saints card in his hand while he holds on to it. I'm excited for you, Fez. I'm excited. I wonder if anything is happening between Big J and Liz down there in Florida. I'm just going to start the rumor that it is happening. I think you're going to do great with your therapist tonight, and I think you're going to do great with Big J's gay guy tomorrow. I think you're going to tell him some shit he's not ready to hear about being gay, like a lot of the stuff that you've done.
Yeah, I haven't done anything.
Well, didn't you work the phones once for Obama or something like that? You were all excited about it?
Yeah, I did that in the 12 election.
Here's the other thing that I think with this gay guy. I think it might even be a character that Jay plays.
Oh.
Big gay. He's just going to come in as a big gay. Hey, everyone's big gay. Ben Stiller told this story that he turned down the opportunity to direct Good Will Hunting.
I found this interesting because that would have come after he directed The Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
And I thought that was like really critically attacked.
Okay.
And that I was surprised that he would get a directing, that people would say, here's this other script you can do. Like it would have been, sorry.
No, I want to hear it.
That it would have been hard for him to get a directing job.
But... Okay. It's not a bad thing. Here's what you got to remember, though. These were just 2 unknown kids. This was not a big directing job to get. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
This would have been an independent film with 2 guys that didn't really have any major credits starring in it. So this is the type of thing that you get when stuff doesn't work out. But Ben Stiller's career has always been hot, no matter what people say about. I mean, the guy who took the heat on Cable Guy was Jim Carrey. But also, you have to remember, it probably wouldn't be the same Good Will Hunting if he did it. I'm sure there would have been, fat guy jokes and fart jokes and whatever the fuck, people who just saw it as another, it would have been a wacky comedy about 2 brothers, 2 buddies, but one of them's a genius. So it's not like he would have been at the Oscars too, because he would have made a Ben Stiller movie. There would have been jizz on Matt Damon's ear, and everybody would be going fucking crazy. I know that he's the executive producer of a show starting tonight, called Big Time in Hollywood, Florida. This is The Buzz Show on Comedy Central. It's the first time that they've done like a serial, you know what I mean, that just not where every episode is standalone. I saw a piece today in Variety where they went big for it, but the iBang has got a big interview up with the stars of this film. And this, not film, but TV series. And it's called, you see Big Time in Hollywood, Florida, is the name of the interview. Everybody's loving it, though. It's got a lot of buzz.
And Ben Stiller's going to be in the first episode.
Well, he's the executive producer. I'll just say this. He ain't going to be there at the end of the episode. I'll just put it that way. That's it.
And it's got Ned Ryerson in it, who I love.
Michael Madsen's in it, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it, and the actor who played Ned Ryerson that you still call Ned Ryerson. I wonder if that would be offensive to him. Like, hey, I've done all this other shit. You never saw me on Californication? People just call you that one character. Could you imagine, Fez, if people called you a character's name no matter where you went?
I could kind of imagine that.
Okay. That's where they're going to be sitting tomorrow, Fez.
Yep. That's where they're coming after me.
Big J and Big Gay. Two guys against you. One, I just say the truth. It's Big Gay and Big Gay. You're not even going to be able to tell them apart. What do you got planned for him?
I have no idea.
I never thought you would have had a fallout with Big J.
Me neither. I never would have suspected he'd go on a podcast laughing at me for being older and gay. I never dreamed he'd try to come on this show, which has always been sweet to him, and try to set me up like this.
I'm a little uncomfortable when you say we're being sweet to a man. That's got me a little bit. I didn't even notice this. This is Lobster Fest at Red Lobster.
Again?
Yeah. They're doing Lobster Fest. I love it this time. I love it this time of the year.
I think this is their third Lobster Fest this month.
No problems for me. There's one thing I like. Only thing I like better than lobster: cheap lobster. Like, how could they possibly be making a profit on this? There's that commercial where they play a sad song and look at dogs that haven't eaten enough. You a dog guy, MK?
Yeah, I like dogs.
You're a sensitive guy, though, aren't you?
Yeah, these commercials, they're tough to watch. They get emotional.
Most of these dogs are already dead, so it doesn't bother me so much. They killed them not long after.
Sad.
No one adopted. No one adopted that dog.
No.
Birdie Dog's a foundling.
That was a great get for a rescue dog.
Were you saying a lot of them are bad?
I would say a lot of them probably have dog problems.
This is why they won't make you a spokesman. Look, most of these dogs are pretty wrecked. A lot of them will bite your kids or your neighbors. But we still want you to come down here and adopt them. There's not one happy dog. They all look sad. I'm sorry, buddy.
I didn't know this spot ran in the middle of the day.
Why wouldn't it?
I thought it was just a nighttime, people are asleep or drunk and they're feeling bad, and then they run it late in the evening.
A lot of people are drunk now. But why do you think that only drunk people would want to adopt a dog?
No, it's such an emotional thing, but if you're drunk, that thing's going to be really emotional.
Right, but you're not going to run out at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk and get a dog. They're not going to let you. Just beating on her. Let me get one of them damn sad dogs. Sad dog could be my new Twitter handle. I feel bad. I'm worried about tomorrow now.
Me too.
Maybe I should go with you to that therapist tonight. There's a great video up on the iBank today, which is the Randy Johnson duck hunt. Remember the old video game Duck Hunt? They just have Randy Johnson as the one throwing balls and killing ducks after that he did that. Like, this would be one of those things that would be like urban myth, except for I think there's video of him actually doing it. The bird flies in front of him while he's pitching, And when he hits it, the bird just explodes. It just explodes. And that's what's happened in this video. That he's just throwing that steel duck on, and every. Oh, good, we got the audio. But every bird just explodes. I don't know why this wasn't back then. Is that a 90s game or an 80s? It's an 80s game, right? Duck Hunt?
I think so. I've never played it.
What's the first game that you played? Grand Theft Auto? You're so goddamn young?
No, it was, what was this? Nintendo 64, one of those games.
Really? You go back that far?
Yeah, that was one of my first consoles.
What are you, late to life college student?
Yeah.
I
don't really play video games. It's not my thing.
You knit.
I knit, that's why.
You know that, you realize now that you would make a better gay than Fez.
Yeah.
You waste your life by not being gay. And you're in the, he'd be like prime gay right now, right?
Oh yeah, he's a good gay age.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to be an older, unfuckable guy.
According to Big J.
I think that's according to everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to take this picture in and say, look, doesn't this guy look just like me so much I thought it was me? I mean, that's stunning how much that dude looks like you. What is that called when someone looks just like you?
Look-alike.
No, come on. Why wouldn't I come up with look-alike? There's like a term. Doppelganger is what I'm looking for. Doppelganger. This is your doppelganger. And I believe he's living the life that you should live. You know where I think you really fucked up, Fez? When you didn't move to Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
It's so gay over there now, and it's a quick walk to work, and you could be back and forth, and you would not go for the Hell's Kitchen. You were in such a hurry. And now you got down in that apartment, you don't like it, do you?
No. I rented the second one that I looked at.
You're always in a hurry.
Yeah, I was nervous and wanted to get it done.
Now, does it help, or has it kept you nervous?
Kept me nervous.
I would like to see you as a Hell's Kitchen gay. You're out there and you're like, hey, Carl. Hi. You know, like there's all those dudes hanging out. Hi, Stefan. Do you have any gay guys that you yell that, like their names out when you're walking down the street?
No. I don't even have any in my building.
Hell's Kitchen, dude. That's your next move. It's close to your therapist. It's close to work. It's close to Times Square if you want to see some giant video. You know, just these giant videos that you could go over and look at. This got announced that I couldn't even believe it. Van Halen is going on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show. JKL. It's the first time Van Halen has ever done TV with David Lee Roth. That never happened before in history.
That almost seems like it was impossible for it to happen.
Well, yeah, let's think about it. What show would they have went on with David Lee Roth? Back when they were with him, you didn't go on TV, like rock bands didn't go on TV. You weren't going to go on Johnny Carson and fucking do Running with the Devil. That would be like wearing a Broad fucking City shirt today. So by the time they broke up with him, you know, because I guess they did stuff when they were Van Hagar, but they never did it with Diamond Dave.
And never got a Saturday Night Live gig, which seems...
No, they never did Saturday Night Live.
That seems like it would have been a natural at some point when they had Dave Lee Roth with them.
Where?
Like the 1984 Jump thing.
That was, what, 80... That was in 1984. Nope, never did.
Because at that point, that song was so poppy that it wouldn't have been too much of a hard rock thing for Saturday Night Live.
You're smart, dude. That's you doing that TV fucking producer thing that you got in your mind. You're the smart guy of the show. You're the smart one. I'm the shy one. Hicks is the missing one. And Shelby is running phones today. But you are a smart guy. Rick, Toronto.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
That's my job, Rick.
That story's even weirder. Van Halen is doing Ellen's show first on Monday, and then she's doing Jimmy Kimmel 2 nights.
All right, Fez, you're shaking your head.
No, they're not doing Ellen until April.
Okay. I heard it on the Stern show this morning. I guess they're wrong. Thank you for correcting me, Fez.
They're going to be on Kimmel this coming Monday and Tuesday.
Oh.
Well, isn't that April?
No, that's still March.
Is it?
Yeah. Maybe
Because I know someone's got a birthday coming up. Birthday party on the air, Fez?
No.
Drinking party?
No,
Let's do it, because you wouldn't do it up last year. Why don't we do it this year?
Okay.
What do you want? What do you want to celebrate your birthday?
Surf and turf, pinata full of cigarettes.
Seriously?
Some Tito's.
We'll do it.
No, I don't need anything this year.
What about this? We do a birthday party. We invite a lot of the old school people. And maybe your new gay friend that you make tomorrow. Are you in?
Can't we wait and see how it goes with this gay person tomorrow?
I got to start booking things now. I want to make this thing fantastic. I want decorations, food, booze. Fez, let me have your credit card now. So...
I'll need that for the therapist tonight.
I know, but I need it for the party decorations. It's not like I'm going to fucking pay for this. It's your birthday. I ain't getting shit out of it. John in Virginia wants to disagree on this story. John.
Hey, guys. Right after Sammy Hagar left and right before Gary Sharon, David Lee was hanging out, or just kind of they were making mention that he might rejoin the band, and I'm pretty sure they did David Letterman with David Lee Roth on there, and David.
You couldn't be any more wrong, my friend.
Because I thought that Letterman made mention of how high he could still kick at his age. Even.
I think you had a dream. I got a kid on the computer looking it up right now. You're looking up David Lee Roth, Van Halen on Letterman, or just go to a website called thisneverhappened.com. .org. I'm sorry, .org. I'm sure Don would like to throw you this party, Fez. So you really want the pinata full of cigarettes and all that?
No, I was just...
Don't say it if you don't want it. We can get you diabetic candy. What else would you like?
Diabetic candy is the worst.
I want you to have the time... You want real candy? What is it that you want? You tell me you want a big birthday celebration on the air. What day is your birthday? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Is there any older gays that we could invite over?
Not that I know.
Do you ever worry about this, that the perfect guy for you probably died of AIDS in the 80s?
I hadn't until just this moment.
Bring it up with your therapist. You got a lot to talk about tonight. You know who we should put in front of your in charge of your party is V. She's like the new one with all the crazy party ideas. She's always doing a lot of fun stuff. Did you see the gay kid on the iBang with his mom going over his grinder things?
No, I haven't seen this.
Do you ever go to the iBang at all, Fez? It's fantastic. You heard Jay Moore talking about it yesterday. It's the Irish, it's YouTube. You're struggling over there today, aren't you? That's not your natural thing. Your natural thing is knitting.
Yeah.
So if I said I needed some booties or one of those things where you knit something and put it around a roll of toilet paper, they always hide those. The old ladies would hide that one roll of toilet paper underneath some knitting. Man, I'm dying in here today. There's nothing happening. I can't make this audience work. Now, Ted Cruz said this, that he became a country music fan after 9/11, that he did not like the way that rock responded, but he got the response from country music that he wanted.
Now, what could classic rock music have done wrong? Did these groups get together and start doing pro 9/11 songs?
No, they didn't they didn't respond the way country did when they did the "We'll Put a Boot Up Your Ass" and all those kind of songs. And he felt kind of bad that U2 did not write a kind of over there song. And right now, it looks like Ted Cruz is going to be the next president because he's the only guy running. And here's my prediction: unopposed, both sides. No one else is going to run but Ted Cruz. And then I got this: he's going to cruise the victory. Thanks. I don't want to.
This is the only time he could be a front runner.
You don't like Ted Cruz?
No, and this whole campaign is a joke. This guy his own party doesn't like him.
Well, that's where we're at with your birthday right now because you won't pick out some stuff and give me your credit card. Here, let me just play the Ted Cruz.
I grew up listening to classic rock, and my music taste changed on 9/11. Yes, but on 9/11, I didn't like how rock music responded. And country music collectively, the way they responded, it resonated with me. And I have to say, it just as a gut level, I had an emotional reaction that says, these are my people. And so ever since 2001, I listen to country music. But I'm an odd country music fan because I didn't listen to it prior to 2001.
I'm going to tell you this. There were so many people in the city, and they were running from downtown to uptown. And I heard people shouting out, I don't like the Allman Brothers anymore. When I get home, if I make it, I'm getting rid of all my Led Zeppelin albums. Come on up for the rising. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear, let's get those sand. Let's just say sand livers. People who live in the sand. Or I guess you could call them Tantanillas, because now they've taken over that town.
It's amazing how influential Bootin' Your Ass, I guess, became. It turned future U.S.
Senator.
Senator.
To be an American where at least I know I'm free. Let's see if rock radio can kick some ass like this. I got a Chevy and I'm drunk and I feel real good. I did turn to country music after 9/11. It was the Dixie Chicks. And then they said something that just horrified me. They said, we're from Broad fucking City. And then the lead singer says, I eat pussy like a fat kid eats cake. Which I took to mean slaps it all over her face and licks the icing off first. Pussy icing. I'm proud of being American. I did a cover of that song called Proud to be an Armenian, and I just tried to sell it overseas, and it didn't work as good. You like any country artists, MK?
No, I don't listen to country, no.
What do you listen to, hip-hop?
Yeah, top 40.
Top 40 hip-hop?
No, more pop.
What's your favorite song right now? Party in the USA?
No, you know. No.
What do you listen to right now? Uptown Funk? You Uptown Funk in it?
Yeah, I like Uptown Funk. Yeah.
It's good. I listen to Hawaiian music, too. Don't get me wrong. I like Hawaiians.
It's got a nice vibe, though. You know, you feel happy. There you go.
Don't believe me, just watch. Kill them ISIS motherfuckers, yeah. Kill all the ISIS motherfuckers. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, oh! Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it.
Wait, did he just say the N-word?
Yes.
What did he want in the cup? Oh, liquor in it. Liquor in it. It's the flow that we have that's so good. Well, maybe if Ted Cruz had this, he'd feel a little better about himself. So you're a top 40 guy all the way.
Yeah, I look it up on iTunes, see what's happening, and go with it.
Well, what was the story up on the iBank today where they tried to redo Rolling Stone's top 500? I guess it was Spotify.
Spotify did that.
Did it? What was the story of that, Fez?
It was if Spotify went by their the amount of plays that people were doing off of it, it reworks the entire 500 greatest songs.
Well, the greatest songs has never been the most played songs. That isn't the point of it. Or else we wouldn't need Dave Marsh or other rock critics. You would just say, what song played the most? That's the best song. It's never, here are the greatest songs, they've been played. Like, do you know what song they say has been played more than any song on radio? Because it comes up every time they play it?
I have no idea.
You've Lost That Loving Feeling, the Righteous Brothers. And finally, just a little while ago, I'm like, I don't even know if that's true. It's just something DJs say. But I don't think they could possibly know what song has got the most spins so that it could get the most dins. We got a break here, Fezzy. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog
Comedy
Hits. Channel 99.
Ron is a Philly guy. Wakes up in the morning hoping Fez maybe really died. Hicks stays really high. Shelb has pretty eyes and lips like Lily Tide. Ron does the world's best interviews. Hicks drinks too much and will continue to. And Shelby's got DSLs. And you won't hear Fez until the live read interludes. If he talks, it's probably not new shit. Somebody's in the bathroom, he's probably not pooping. Hicks went to college, so he's probably not stupid. Shelby's got a bad gland, he's probably got lupus. This is like a rap version of an unscreened phone call.
Sick movie raps, bro.
Yeah.
Digging that Ron and Fez show. Fez is all weird and sad. Digging that Ron and Fez show. Never no turning back. Never no turning back.
866 Ron 0 Fez. Announce who the winners is. Hicks can't do it cause he can't pronounce Bennington. Bankton. Ronnie, what you give him so much shit for? Cause he's the shitty mentor in the center. What the fucking fuck? Fez used to play a gay character. Now he's the oldest virgin in North America. He sits quiet as a kept bird. To get him talking, callers say the other F word. Fashion. And then it turns to the advice show. Blame it on his mom like the murder movie Psycho. And people start to add theories. He stands in the booth so he can fart and act clearly. Came out the closet, then he starts to act weirdly. Now he has a breakdown and a heart attack yearly.
Digging that Ron and Fez show. Shelby's got rotten glands. Digging that Ron and Fez show. Never no turning back. Never no turning back.
Yeah, shout out to Blowhard, Andy from Cleveland, John from wherever he's from, and shout out everybody. Janice, what up? Sarah McPants, what's up? Liz Sets Fire, Trekker Love, yeah. Everybody but Lady Trucker, everybody but her. Continue to ban Lady Trucker forever, please.
Forever, please. Open Mike Eagle. Digging that Ron and Fez show. Fez, were you singing along and dancing to that?
No, that must have been MK. That wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you. You just sat quietly. Although, I'm going to pull the curtain back. MK got yelled at during the commercial by Fez. How did that feel?
It was a little frightening. Yeah.
What did he yell at you for?
Because I didn't know what to do when to get the song to play. Yeah.
He's just an intern, Fez.
Yeah, but it was just, the thing was to let the booth know to play the Open Mike Eagles song.
Well, how was he supposed to do that?
You walk over to the booth and tell them. Not sit there and go, how do I tell them to play the Open Mike Eagles song?
No, you were just telling us earlier how sensitive they are, but then you tore into that kid.
Yeah, that one just caught me off guard.
I'm digging that Ron Fez show. Brian Miller tweets this. Fez is improving for the first time in years and now heading back to the old therapist. Hashtag self-sabotaging. But you feel like you need it, right, Fez?
Yeah. Very much.
Digging that wrong for sure. Maybe you got a crush on her. If you had to be with a woman, and you could pick any woman on the planet, sexually, who would it be?
Cameron Esposito.
Really? You attracted to her?
No, but being with her being a lesbian, that would probably be like the most male a woman could be.
Oh, man.
I know
That's
that was
really offensive, dude.
But I mean, I didn't mean it like that, but I mean...
it came out that way.
But would have feeling... But Cameron Esposito is a very good-looking person.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what you said was offensive.
I'm not saying that about Cameron. I'm saying it about lesbians.
So you would say to lesbians, which one of you was the husband? You see what I go through here, MK?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're getting yelled at, he says something that he would hate if someone said about gay people. He would actually call for their firing if he heard him say that. Digging that run official. Wow, that woman who was kidnapped out west has been found safe. And everybody was pretty much accusing the husband of doing this because he took 12 hours before he reported it. Keep up on that story. Do. Which one of you is the wife and which one's the husband? That's what I want to know. GVAC is mad, saying, I guess Ted Cruz didn't see the concert for New York 1 month after the attacks. But that was some night, wasn't it?
He really needed the classic rock community to speak by 9/12.
I didn't know they had a community. I think it's pretty nice. I watched Gimme Shelter the other night on TCM. Turner Classic Movie. Yeah. Fucking so good, man. So crazy. Now people are wondering if that was even that your birthday coming up. People wondering if you're doing the material yet. You keep people guessing, Fez.
Yep.
Tomorrow is your kind of Pacquiao fight when you think about it.
Oh yeah, 2-on-1. That's fair.
People are also asking, could you do a drinking show?
No.
Not even for just one day? Just a one-day drinking show. So we get the old Fez back. Will you be willing to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Then I'll drink with you.
Oh, I don't want that to happen.
You don't want me to enjoy myself? What do you want to talk about, Big Cat? The cat is on the prowl today. It's the Ron and Fez Show. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
The Cleveland Browns are said to be the favorite for the HBO Hard Knocks program.
Well, why wouldn't they? HBO would want them with Johnny Football and all that shit. They're a clown show over there.
Yeah, I wonder if it would ever be able to be possible. That was the stupidest thing ever. For like a team to throw the Hard Knocks tapings. I mean, I know the cameras are out there constantly, but just make practices look really bad so that they're underestimated going into the season and then shock everyone. That would be a good Hard Knocks plan. to make it like into a Bad News Bears movie where these kids are just horrible, but wait a minute, they've made it into the playoffs.
Well, they do focus on the guys that don't make the team. Like 90% of the guys that they focus on, that they follow home, are not the stars. They're the guys that hope they make it.
The ones that have to turn in their playbook by week 3.
Those guys, yeah. And I can't stand to watch those episodes where somebody's being asked to come talk to the coach, and they know that the coach never calls anyone down and go, hey, I just want you to know you're doing great.
Yeah, it's the most complimentary firing that you see in a job.
Well, Hollywood's very good at that, too. You're great. We're just not going to use you. Like, they're fit. Because you never know where anybody's going to end up.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell guys, don't make a enemy in radio, because there's not enough people. You always run across the same people over and over.
Yeah, and those Hard Knocks firings, it's always, and if something else comes along, or, we'll be sure to, if another team's interested, we'll be sure to let them know how hard you worked.
Mm-hmm.
The welcome to the team and the you're off the team speech have to be eerily similar.
They are. You're right about that. Because it is true that you don't know. 7 guys on that team could be hurt within 4 weeks, and some of those guys will get called back in.
I know I definitely wouldn't want my team on the Hard Knocks show.
No?
No.
Who was your team? The Rams?
No, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You're back to that?
I'm back. Well, yes.
Even though that they're bringing in the rapist, crab thief?
Well, that's not done yet. I got to find that out till April 30th.
If they do, are you still going to be a fan of theirs?
No.
You'll drop them?
Yeah.
Your thing about being a fan is never a very permanent thing. One thing that you can't trust on is Fez's fandom or friendship. Because it could all turn to dust in no time at all.
Yeah, if you try to come in here with a gay guy trying to, set me up for failure.
That's what I did. I came in here with a gay guy. Set up for failure. Now I look the fool. It's Ron and Fez Show, 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Curtis in Iowa. Oops, lost you, buddy. Let me read some of these tweets. A lot of people are bringing up on the more masculine thing.
Yeah, I was on the air 2 seconds before I said something completely idiotic.
Some of the people says that they can't even listen anymore, and some people are sending it to him, to her.
Oh, of course they would. They're horrible people.
Who?
Anyone that would send a mistake like that to someone else just to hurt their feelings. To try to hurt someone else's feelings by hurting mine? Yeah. That's a great person. Someone who tweets suicide things? That's a great person.
I think you're in a bad mood today, buddy. I think there's something you're not telling us.
No, just nervous.
I think you got something you want to get off your chest. I think there's something about this Hard Knocks thing that you haven't expressed yourself about. I think there's something deep there and something dark. Here's what I like to do. I would love to turn MK into a stenographer, but making him just knit all of it. And yes, just knit out everything that happened. Because you seem to be very emotional, and nothing would have brought on that emotion. There's something that you're not telling us.
I don't know.
Is it about Hard Knocks? Does Hard Knocks, does that like set off a trigger of you of Amanda Knox? Because she's waiting to find out if she's going to get drugged back to Italy right now? And when you're thinking about Italian, what's that remind you of?
Food.
Right. And what happened to you when you ate a bunch of food?
I got sick.
Sick, right? Sick and what, though? Sick and...
Tired?
Yeah, tired. And when you're tired, you go to what?
Sleep.
Exactly. And who sleeps?
Everybody.
Everybody what, though? Like in the R.E.M.'s song?
Hurt.
And that gets you crying, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you got there? You just, that whole thing just took him to the point where he just thought about everybody hurts and he started crying. You're sensitive, Fez, is what you are.
Yep.
You're a sensitive guy. I mean about your own stuff, not about other people's stuff. You'll say all kinds of mean shit to them. But you yourself, you're sensitive. Mike in North Carolina.
Hey, Fez, did you ever get a chance? I haven't been able to listen the last couple of days, but did you ever get a chance to watch the Michael Sam's on Dancing with the Stars?
No, I didn't watch anything last night.
It wasn't on last night. It was on a couple nights ago. You said you told us that you recorded it.
Yeah, I have them recorded, but I haven't watched anything.
Man, that DVR is just packed of yours, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, this is why the listeners that used to love Fez are getting disgusted with him, because...
Go ahead, get fucking disgusted then, asshole. Get disgusted. I could give a shit.
You don't try anymore, Fez. All you'd have to do is watch your show and you'd have 20, 30 minutes of good radio material. But you don't even bother to
Why
do
don't you
that.
watch it and then report in, asshole? Fuck you.
I'm not on the air. I'm not getting paid to do this. Ron hands you the ball, he's the quarterback, and all you can do is just take a knee. You don't even try to go up the middle.
Maybe we're trying to run out the clock.
Yeah, maybe, but that's why...
I mean, we got a big lead. We don't want to run it up.
He doesn't give any effort anymore.
You feel like you're giving an effort, Fez?
No, he's right. I suck. I should jump in the East River.
That's where you go from not watching the Michael Sam thing?
Yeah.
There's something going on with you, BC. You mind if I call you BC?
No.
BC, there's something that you're not telling us. It can't be just that you missed the Michael Sam thing.
No, it's just every call's an attack.
There was only one call that was an attack.
I'm just panicking.
John, Kentucky.
Hey, BBC just came across and said they fired the host of Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson.
I've never once seen that show. I have it
just like
taped,
the American
though.
version.
I just haven't had time to watch it. I've had every episode taped. He said the N-word, Fez, is what he said. He got this way, they fired him.
Oh, did he say it on the show?
Mm-mm.
I hadn't seen it.
Off the show. Well, I don't know how he would have worked it into the show. Billy in Oklahoma.
I'm just wondering if the Fez that we're hearing right now is actually, little Jimmy the Protector. I think there may be a few Fezes crawling around in our Fez, because he has been vacillating. For a week he'll be kind of mopey and down, and then all of a sudden there'll be a day when he's just kind of like normal and balanced, if you want to call it that. And now there's today where he's just spewing his venom on your listeners for calling in. And what's going on? What's happening? Is it the toenails?
Yeah, it's the toenails.
Well, what happened to you, Fez?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Which Fez is this?
Fuck you.
You
It's
wouldn't
the
like it,
Fez saying fuck you.
No.
Was that a different Fez from the other one?
I don't know.
Raymond said this, because you're going to your therapist tonight. Mention the term fragile narcissistic personality disorder. That's from Raymond. it said it's one of the least treated narcissism. Instead of self-importance, these people have a thin veneer of confidence, but are actually self-obsessed by shame and anger. Those two emotions guide their lives and are often used to protect themselves and manipulate people around them. It can only be treated by admitting that the issues that causes shame and anger are not the issue, but the issues that are the need. Shame and anger are their food. Save him and save yourself. Right. Have you ever heard of that, Fez?
No.
Shame and anger play a big place with you?
Yeah. I get angry really easily. I feel very guilty all the time. Very shameful.
What did you do? You must have done something.
It's just the shitty job that I do on this show.
No way. You do a good job. What's that say right there?
Sirius XM.
No, I mean next to it.
Oh, Ron and Fez.
Yeah. Mike. Mike in Mexico.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, man.
Hey, I was listening to an interview with the doctor yesterday, and he was explaining basically every fucking symptom Fez has, and he says it's not a mental issue. It's actually like a mineral and vitamin deficiency, and if Fez gives a shit about you, the show, or the listeners, he would take the time to contact this doctor and fucking see what he could do for him.
Yeah, I never go to the doctor. I never have blood.
No, I'm not talking about a shrink. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about a shrink either, asshole.
Well, I'm not talking about a heart doctor. You know, stated that he knows what the fuck's going on. You know, as far as vitamin and mineral deficiencies, it's not. You know, it's a chemical imbalance you got going on.
Let me just say this, Fez. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's a lot of people like you, and I call them Flintstone kids, and they're 10 million strong and growing.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke. I understand. I should have stayed serious with it. Fez, if you start taking vitamins, you're going to feel great.
Yeah, I do take a vitamin.
Here's Al in Philly.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm just trying to figure out when Fezzi's going to go into a mental institution or be fired or kill himself, or cause he's not producing on the show. Something's got to happen. Something's got to give here.
I don't know when.
Here's Jay in Long Beach.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm kind of new to you guys maybe in the last 2.5 years, but hey, Fezzi, I listen to the show, man, because I love Ron, I think you're fantastic. Fuck all those guys, man. You got the jobs, they don't. They hate you because they ain't you. That is it, brother.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said they act like they dislike him because they're not him.
No, you said something that was so heavy. They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah,
they hate us because they ain't us.
They ain't.
That's fucking mind blowing. We could build a whole movie around that.
Right? I'm just saying, man. Hey, I
say it, Fez.
Fantastic. I listen to you daily, and Fez, fuck them. You got the gig. You kick ass at the gig. They want the gig. They don't have it. They're just callers. Just rock and roll them like you always do every day. Fuck them. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, that's why I tell them to fuck off.
Fuck off, you guys. Leave Fez the fuck alone. See ya.
Do 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 do. Do 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 and growing. Kirk in Houston. What's up?
Hello there. I think
Hello
if Fez
there.
does have a if Fez does have a vitamin deficiency, he's short of vitamin D.
Dick. What kind of vitamin you taking, Fez? Jobel? What's going on over there with you? There's something you're not telling us, buddy. Are you saving it for the therapist?
No, I'm just nervous about the therapist. I'm nervous about being set up tomorrow.
You want me to cancel the guy tomorrow? I'll cancel him right now. If it means we're going to have a good show today, I'll cancel that guy tomorrow.
I'm just worried about it.
I don't even know that. I'll cancel him right now.
I'll handle him.
I never even know him.
I'll handle him and I'll handle Jay.
What are you thinking about tomorrow's show today, man? Maybe you can knit something like that up for us or crochet it. What are you thinking about tomorrow's show today?
All right, yeah, we'll work on it.
Yeah. And then do another pillow that says they hate us because they ain't us.
Mm-hmm.
And then have a picture of an asshole on it.
Yeah. All right.
Dave, go ahead. Dave.
Yeah, Fez has got to get on the back pages. He's got to look up some male escorts, and he's got to get some of that dick already, man. He deserves it. We all need love. Come on. Watch it out, Ronnie.
Thanks, man. Maybe that's all you need, Fez. You know, get laid. You ever been on Tinder or Grindr?
Nope.
Matt in Illinois.
Hey, I was wondering, Fez, if he's not going to get laid, if he had ever tried meditation, like transcendental meditation, to deal with his anxiety. And,
did you ever do that, Fez?
All that.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried it with the Oprah and Deepak program.
I remember when you were meditating in between two sentences. And it was on the air. It really made for an interesting break.
Wow.
What was it, the Deepak and Oprah program, Fez?
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck. What up, Chuck?
Hey, Cousin Ronnie.
It's been a long time, Chuck.
Do what?
It's been a long time since we talked to you.
Yeah, I've been trying to lay low. I don't want to get on too much.
Smart.
But no matter how upset Fez gets, how nervous, how locked up, nobody says, fuck you, asshole, like the big cat does. Every time he says, fuck you, asshole,
It's very funny.
I laugh like hell. He's good,
it's
man.
funny because he says it exactly the same way every time. So you could go back and find them, and it never loses. The cadence stays exactly the same. And it's been over years now.
Okay, man. Y'all have a good day. I'm pulling for my Tar Heels.
All right, man. Good luck to you. I'll tell you, this year, this basketball. Well, you know, the funny thing about the basketball, and I don't know why Obama does it, because you only look stupid if you fill out a bracket. There's like over millions of these done, and no one has a perfect bracket. They didn't after 2 fucking games. People make mistakes, which goes to show you when people sit around and do all that sports and trends and all that, it's bullshit because they're using all that math. But since so many games are happening at the same time, you can see that it's all just luck one way or another.
Well, it's the worst one to pick because, I mean, a Super Bowl, you're going to pick that right before the game. This one, you're picking the final game a month out, and you can only look bad if that goes out quickly.
Yes, that is exactly right. That if your team that you pick to win it all goes out fast, in my case, Villanova, based on they were the closest team to where the place I was born. This is the logic that I'm using. Now I'm picking a team whose coach was born in the next town. That's the connection, even though he's coaching Wisconsin now. Here's Ryan in Boston. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Ron. Fez, I suffered from depression my whole life. I was an addict. I used to shoot dope I thought they were going to run out of it. The only thing that made me actually feel better, all the medication in the world didn't work, but I got myself a little dog, and holy shit, having something to care for and take care of, something that depends on me, I don't know. It really helped. And I think you're great, Fez, even when you're not feeling good. The radio is really compelling, and all these people bashing on you are just terrible people.
I agree with that. It is compelling. You ever think of getting a pet fest? Somebody to care for, somebody that depends on you, somebody that you can love unconditionally.
I tried that and it didn't work out. I had that cat.
But you told me that you still had it, even after you had gotten rid of it.
Yeah. That was a bad thing, too.
Sorry, I got to take this, Fez. Hey, who's this? Hey, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm on the air right now, so can...
Coming up later tonight is on Indie 102. It's Ron Bennington interviews.
I'll give you a buzz after, okay?
And then afterward, and then this Friday, Bennington will be on Opie Radio at 7 a.m. That's this Friday on Opie Radio, Sirius 206 XM 103. That's this Friday.
Exciting. Bob in Nebraska.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fez.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to say, Fez, hang in there, buddy, because, it sounds like you're nervous going to see your therapist, but isn't your therapist there to help you? I mean, why would you be nervous if he's there to support you and help you?
Because I told this person they weren't helping me a year ago when I quit going to them.
Then why go back? I mean, gosh, there's a whole phone book full of therapists, aren't there?
It doesn't work that easily in New York City.
Man, that stinks. Well, hey, there's a bunch of us out here that are rooting for you, bud.
Thanks.
Here's Brandon in Nashville.
Hi, Fez. This is Brandon. I've been listening since 2006, and I've got the same question as I did when I first started listening. Is this a bit?
No.
All right.
Nope, there's your answer.
All right, thanks.
I don't know what else to say.
Here's our buddy Bill in Jersey.
I think it's card holder 2975, my buddy. Hooah! Fezzy, I want you to be really careful tonight. I don't know if you're going to see your therapist or the rapist.
Yeah, it's the therapist.
You sure?
Yep.
But I hate to see you get raped by the rapist.
That would be awful, wouldn't it?
It certainly would, buddy. Fezzy, I wish you the best. I love you, big guy. You're the big cat.
Thanks.
Big guys are taking names. The nature boy. Woo!
Why don't you try a little Nate, Fez?
I don't think I can.
Jimmy in Jersey.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I think it's really shitty when people call up to mess with Fez because I met Fez last summer in the Village, and he was just the nicest guy in the world. He hung out with me and my wife for a little bit, took a picture with me. He's just the nicest dude in the world, so it's really shitty when people call up and try to give him shit, because if they met him, they would know that he was just like the nicest guy in the world.
I think I am a shitty person because I don't remember this.
It was a while ago, Fez. It was late at night. Me and my wife were walking down the street. I met you. You took a picture with me. We talked for maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh, we were outside like that deli.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were just the nicest guy. And I told all my buddies I listened to the show, I was like, Fez was so nice. He was such a good guy. And it just bums me out when people call in to bust your balls. It's not fair. So anyway, thanks for that, Fez. I have that picture at my house. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jimmy. Best to your wife.
Thanks. Later, guys.
Why don't we take a break now? We'll be right back in a couple minutes. It's Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog Comedy Hits, Channel 99.
the Ron and Fez Show, the Caroline's Comedy March Madness Final 4 is happening tonight, 7 p.m. at Caroline's Comedy Club on Broadway. We've already met Joe Larson and Andy DeVito. Doug Smith and Ryan Beck are coming in here in just a little bit. And they got their work cut out for them. Because those other two guys, I'm telling you, Murderer's Row, Fezzy. Murderer's Row. You going to that tonight?
No, I've got an appointment tonight.
Oh, you didn't mention that. With who?
Therapist.
Your therapist?
Yeah.
New one?
No.
Not one of your old ones.
Yeah, the last one.
Hey, Matt, Brooklyn.
Hey, Fez, put that out of your mind. Don't worry about what they're saying about the therapist. There's no shame in going back seeing your old therapist. They're professionals. They expect things like this. It happens to people all the time. It happened to me. This is what they do. And all them other callers calling in and bitching about this and that, you are in a good position. You have a job that affords you to have an apartment in Manhattan without taking a roommate. Those are all haters. And today you sound good on the radio, except for the crying every now and then. You sound good on the radio. You're coming back strong. You're like Ronnie's wingman again. Don't worry about all that nonsense. And if you need somebody to knock their heads around a little bit, they got my phone number out in the front room. Call me and let me know. I'll walk down the street with you, walking proud and loud, man. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Matt.
Fez, I got a problem with you and Matt going around beating up haters. You don't
Matt will be handling that part.
You don't even like to talk to the people who like you, though. I notice.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you just have a conversation with them.
I don't know.
All right. If you could have said to him, hey, Matt, what were you going for? What were the circumstances of you going back? What was that relationship like? You know, was that person mad at first? Did you feel embarrassed? But then you felt better? And you're relating to a guy who was going through the exact same thing that you are.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
But that's what I'm saying. Lisa and the Cult Jam, what's up?
Hi, Ron. I have a spy report.
Spy report?
Spy report.
I saw Mikey D in the audience of that metal show, and he won a really expensive guitar.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that before, but he had told me that. Who had signed the guitar for him?
Oh, who signed it? Angelo something or other?
Angelo something or other. Legendary guitarist.
I know. I don't know the list name.
How did he stump the trunk?
I don't know. My husband called me in and said, Lisa, it's Mikey D. Listen.
It was absolutely him.
And
I have a question for you. When Kiss's album came out in 1978, who had just been elected president but would only serve for one term? Jimmy Carter. Now give me the give me the guitar box.
And I love Fez very much.
Thank you.
This is your chance not to make it short. Like, get into something.
Yeah.
Hey, you're talking.
I don't know what to say.
What was Mikey wearing? What was happening there?
I think that's actually great that Mikey D was on that show and won that guitar. Because maybe now he'll become a clinger on to that show and stay away from this one. If he thinks there's a guitar every time he shows up, maybe he'll, try to make Eddie Trunk's life miserable and stay away from me.
So you would
this show.
You would wish misery on Eddie Trunk.
Fez, you don't have to say anything to me. I love you. You're the best.
Thanks.
And Mikey D did mention that he played drums, so I think he was looking for a drum set.
That's because it's never enough for him.
I'm a drummer with a Kiss cover band. We're very, very popular. Probably bigger than Kiss.
You guys are the best.
I was also on Broadway as a child and wore short shorts in the Godfather movie.
Bye-bye.
I'm trying to get $13 back from Lene's mother, and I'm taking her to family court till I get the. Well, it's $13.75, but I'm going to let her keep the 75 cents. You got it, big cat. You're back on the prowl again. Could I tell you one thing you ought to do tonight when you go see your therapist after a year?
What's that?
Look, is the advice going to be wasted, or are you going to promise to take it?
I'll promise to take it.
You fucking go in there in a cat suit, just a full cat suit, and you come prancing in. And that every time that she asks you how you're doing, you lick your paws first before you answer.
I'm going to have to head out a little earlier.
It might be fucking weird because you feel guilty about your cat. Maybe that's where this is coming from.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of the cat suit thing, though.
Why wouldn't you? It's so obvious. I'm the best around. Always have advice from my buddy. I'm the best around. Came up with the cat suit idea. Sometimes I feel like you don't want to wear cat suits. Let me just say. Siri, should Fez wear a cat suit?
Interesting question.
Thank you, Siri. Our guest here?
They're headed down the hallway.
Oh, that's great. I headed down the hallway to Eddie Trunk's show, where I won a beautiful signed guitar by John somebody or other. Hey, you going to do plugs in here, Fez?
Yeah.
You going to do big plugs, though?
Yep.
You ought to give them nicknames like Doug Catman Smith and Ryan the Therapist Beck.
Doug Smith and Ryan Beck, they're part of Caroline's Comedy Madness. The Final Four happens tonight at Caroline's on Broadway at 7 o'clock. Carolines.com for tickets. Doug Smith and Ryan Beck will face off against each other, and then they will take on the winner of Joe Larson versus Anthony DeVito.
Listen to the confidence there. You know why?
Because I'm reading it.
Because you're an actor. And you're a hell of an actor. I tried to pitch that to Jay Moore. Maybe he'll put you in one of his movies.
That would be fun.
See, that's not a red line, right?
No.
And you tried to give me the brush off. End it, if you will. Let's bring those guys in here. It's Doug Smith and Ryan Beck.
Ball is tipped. There you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. All those years, no one knows just how hard you work. But now it's showing.
When you hear the March Madness theme, you know we are down to the final four. Doug Smith and Ryan Beck are here with us. You know what I like about you guys?
What's that?
You keep the jackets on.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's a good, you know what I mean? It's like, if you got anything in your pockets you don't want to stall, keep the fucking jackets on.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone. I don't know to worry about that.
No, in this place,
yeah,
we're right next to
thieves?
Yeah, well, we're
keeping
right,
everything close.
We're right next to M&M station, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The candy?
Shady, what is it? Shady 50 or something?
It's Shady 45.
45.
Shady 50 is what you're yelling the cops show up. That's the old 50 thing. Are you guys excited about this? It's down to the final four.
Yes, very excited.
Who's the guy to beat, though? Who do you think?
DeVito.
Anthony DeVito,
Right.
yeah. It's
DeVito's the guy. You met him.
We're going to take a whooping.
Here's what happened with DeVito. He told me he's got this. He's like,
No.
yeah. He said he'll probably write material 15 minutes before.
That's great.
That's
He'll probably
how
be
good
great, too.
Yeah.
He's a joke machine.
So he's the dude.
the dude. He's the dude. No one's upset about it either. It's well deserved. He's the hardest working guy I know.
I called it last March. He was going to win. So,
Every March.
Every March we think, DeVito's going to win. It's DeVito's year.
Yeah, I'm the same way with Villanova.
If anyone else wins, we're going to loot the place. Burn it down. But if I win, I'm going to flip him. I'm going to flip a shit.
I like the attitude that it's his time.
Yeah.
You know? It's his time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. He's a guy that everybody looks up to. He's a great joke writer. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I made it through the first round. I was just that's all I gave a shit about was making it through the first round. So anything
because you only have how long in the first round?
A minute.
A minute is impossible.
Yeah. What is a minute?
Yeah.
Right. And then you do 2 minutes, and then you do what was it? 5, and then 8, and now 10 and 10, and then if you advance, then you do 15 later in the same show. So it's like, what do you do? What do you hold on to? They already know you. They've already just made up their mind, and then you're back and like, did I tell you this thing I said earlier or what?
Yeah.
It's a mess. But it's great. It's great.
You guys are 10 minutes against each other.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's
vicious competition here.
And then 15 minutes against DeVito.
Yep. Yeah. I love how the other guy isn't even mentioned.
Joe's a good comic.
Shout out to Joe Larson. He's going to put up
you know
a
what
fight.
Joe Larson says? His wife's a doctor.
Yeah.
You can't
He doesn't
pull
need
for
it.
a guy
Yeah,
like that. You cannot. Because he said to me, he goes, I'm not going to leave the house just to go do a set. My wife's a doctor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the exact opposite of a hungry young comic.
Yeah, we have nobody, so we're ready to go. We're here.
Here's the thing. I don't even, no matter what happens, I still think you're going to end up with nobody.
Yeah.
No matter how well, you've got your own series, you're doing movies in the off time, still. The personal life will suck.
I hear this phrase all the time. Maybe you do too, but there's a lot of comics, just people in general, they go, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to die alone. But aren't we all, right? You're going to take somebody with you? I don't get it.
Or leave someone heartbroken.
Yeah.
I think there's no good
dying
way to go.
alone sounds better than dying with a crowd of screaming people on a plane.
On the bus you're driving.
You're just like, I wish I just had a couple of moments to work this out myself.
It sounds like a relief. I don't want it to, that should be a personal thing, I think, right?
Even when you bring that up, it makes me think, wait, everyone in this room is going to die.
Yeah.
I don't think that when I'm watching a movie and people are shooting each other. No. You know what I mean? I watch a movie and a planet blows up. But only when someone brings up dying alone do I think, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to die.
But it's so strange because I know so many comedians, especially that are just transfixed on the idea, like so morbid. And then they try to make a joke about it. And then, the 100 people in the audience go, no, that's not. No, we just had dinner. We don't want that.
Yeah.
I think grass is always greener though, because I have a wife of 2 years, so I feel like I'd rather die alone. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna suck for her, and I know I'm gonna go first because I'm the far less.
Well, you got to
healthy of the
go
two of us.
first.
A lot of red
You know
meat.
what I mean? Like every man has to go first.
Yeah,
you got to go, and then kids, then you got to go. Okay, me. I die first, then you, and then the kids.
Right. Yeah,
you don't want there to be
order.
anything else.
Sure.
So every time I've ever been to a funeral and the wife dies, the fucking dude will grab you by the shirt and start to yell like, this wasn't supposed to happen this way.
Yeah.
And I'll
Should have been me.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, hey, it's not a rule, dude. You just
can't
never
agree with
know.
him.
Yeah. Boy.
Do you agree with him? Well, yeah, it should be you, man.
I wanted it to be you. That's what I was interested in. But, these people on my street, they had a baby the other day. And I actually said, I go, how long do you think before this baby dies? And they're like, well, people live longer. I go, yeah, but we're in New York. Something could fall on it.
Man,
or hit by a
California's
truck.
running out of water. We don't know what's going on.
They got 1 year water left.
Yeah, isn't that terrifying?
1 year?
1 year.
Did you see that?
That's
There's an
it.
article. 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I had no idea how morbid this was going to be.
Well,
that's
it's kind of the energy I put out.
I actually have a baby on the way. You didn't even know this.
Oh, my
I just started
God.
telling my family this week. So
Yeah.
Holy
now,
cow.
now I really have
Now
the fear
you
of
tell
God
the
in me.
nation. So.
Yeah.
You will never, I will tell you, you'll never going to have another relaxing moment.
I know.
That is it.
You never had one before, actually.
No.
But now you got something worth worrying about. Like Fez is worried. He's going, but Fez, he's made it to late in life, but he's going to die alone. And he's already, you know what I mean? He's just packed with anxiety. And he's seeing a therapist that he stopped he yelled at a year ago and said, "You can't help me," and that now is going back. I guess crawling to her,
begging.
Yeah.
Oh, you need her to take you back?
You come back?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
sure.
Did
She already put a wing on her summer house.
Did she up the price, or did she be like, "Oh, with open arms"?
Did you guys talk money?
We haven't talked money yet. I'm sure
man.
that'll.
Isn't that the worst part of therapy? Is the money exchange at the end? You feel like such a.
I would only give cash
Feel
and
like
I put
a John.
it down her top. Here's a little something, and either that or just throw it, hit her in the chest, and go, and then hit her with another 20, and go. I always tip my horse.
Because I've, been like emotionally disturbed in there and crying. Yes.
No.
And then don't even think to pull out the checkbook to.
Oh, I thought you meant your cock.
No.
No, you said pull out.
No wonder she doesn't like
checkbook
with checks.
Come on.
And it is.
Let's see what we have
What's
here.
the date today?
She doesn't
15.
take a card.
I'm still writing 14.
The beauty of it, Fez, is you're current. You're staying up to date with stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's always good to be in the moment.
Yeah, you're in the moment. Now, do you have like a big inkwell and a feather pen? Let's make this out. He's writing thou across it.
At least your therapist doesn't fall asleep on you. I had a therapist that I would look over and he would just be nodding off all the time.
Oh, man.
I'm fighting to stay awake right now, dude. I can tell you the truth. You were halfway through that story. I'm just like, when is this ending? What were you seeing a therapist for?
Oh, just general. I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, so that's I think has done a number on me.
Really?
And my mom died when I was 17. There's been some shit.
Do you celebrate birthdays now?
I do, but I don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy.
It feels bad.
So
I don't enjoy any holidays. I felt like I was missing out a lot growing up, and now that I'm able to celebrate holidays, like, this is Christmas blows, just a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, it is. It's not great. But do you miss going to people's houses early in the morning and just knocking on strangers' doors?
One way to spend a Saturday getting screamed at by a lady in a bathrobe. Oh, yeah.
You had
By the time I was 6 years old, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to dress a certain way, or is that just Mormons?
Yeah. No, you gotta dress up a little bit.
Wow.
Wear a shirt and tie.
You ever bring coffee for anyone? No, you know what I mean?
No, that would have been a good move.
Yeah, I think if you had coffee and muffins, everybody like,
slam the door on you.
Sure.
So what were you saying about eternity? You just sit there eating.
How many slots in heaven?
You gotta just keep praying.
People will go do anything for free food and like free T-shirts, things like just shit they don't need anyway.
Well, the Christians, the Catholics always been on that. Before they give a bum a bologna sandwich, he's got to, say the Our Father. And they'll say anything. They're like, I'm fucking starving, yes. Africans will fall on their knees for medicine and food.
Sure. Yeah.
But you guys come around, which, by the way, I love the Reservoir Dogs look. That is fucking cool. You know what I mean? It's just very plain, very simple, but badass.
All right.
If there was like 6 Jehovah's Witnesses sitting there, you should, when they come out, you should just be playing stuck in the middle. Just standing, looking at the door.
Holding someone's ear.
Then they definitely wouldn't open the door.
What made you dump out of your faith, though?
Well, my mom was the one who spearheaded the whole thing.
Yeah.
My siblings and my dad and I all went along with it. And then after she died, my dad and I kept it up for like another 3 years. And then I was just like, I was the one that pulled the plug on. I was like, Dad, we don't have to do this anymore. And he's like, oh, thank God you said something.
I was doing it for you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it was good riddance.
Yeah.
20 years in the trenches.
Well, that'll
pretty
get you,
horrible.
That'll get you to like a therapy thing.
Yeah,
What did they tell you to break you of it, though? Did they tell you to stop feeling guilty about it, or
about in therapy?
Yeah, I mean, was that what you were fucked up from? Like, I feel guilty about leaving my faith, or
no, more just like feeling very behind. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was kind of kept in a bubble for 20 years. Then you're released into the world, and it's kind of it's pretty overwhelming. You know?
That fear of missing out kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get that. Definitely.
So, you feel like you got a lot of catching up to do in terms of just, social I wasn't allowed to date. That they frown upon. No premarital sex, no drinking, no drugs.
Well,
I just totally went off the rails when I left.
I mean, you're a little behind the times. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not even bringing up the soul patch. I'm like, fuck it, man. You know what? He's doing it now. That's fucking cool. He's with it. But,
for those of you listening, I also have a Jerry curl and polyester bell bottoms.
Why
on.
not? Why not? Now the Amish do a thing with their kids.
Rumspringa, right?
Rumspringa.
Yeah,
when
great.
they're 18, they said, go out and fucking do everything.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, come back. But if you don't, if you don't do it, you're out.
Right.
You'll never
right.
see your family again and all.
Yeah.
So it's that time you get to go out and have sex and, and I grew up not far from Amish people and they would just start smoking dust. They would go from nothing to angel dust.
Holy cow.
And they're just like, fuck! And you're just like, all right, enjoy yourself.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty heavy right there.
Yeah.
I know there was my friend is raising her child a vegetarian because her whole logic is when he rebels, he won't rebel too hard. He'll just eat cheeseburgers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that logic works for me.
No, I think it does. And that's why I like any school that has a uniform because a kid will just pull his shirt tail out and he's fucking James Dean.
Yeah.
But if you if you have a very liberal school, then you got to go nuts. Yeah, you got to go nuts. You got to go crazy.
Yeah, maybe that works. Yeah. I'm really curious to see how it turns out when he's 17. If he's just thinking a cheeseburger is making him cool, though.
If he's just sitting there fucking.
You see what I'm doing?
Slaughtering cows.
To be wild. Just fucking eating a cheeseburger, feeling like he's badass. I like it though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's. I don't know. Are you gonna? You could. What are you most afraid of with this baby thing?
Well, like you were saying, just horrible shit happening. One of my biggest fears living in New York City is getting killed by a falling air conditioner.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That happens all the time.
That's mine. I got that one now.
Every now and then it'll just enter my head and I will quickly just shoot out from the side of a building and
a woman
start
got
walking
killed
down
by
the middle of the street.
plywood last week. And plywood blew off a building.
Oh my God.
During that wind, hit her, killed her. She's young woman doing well, living downtown.
Yeah.
Over.
God.
Over.
This is just a jungle.
Yeah, it is. It's a jungle. That's what you got to worry about with your baby.
External factors.
Yeah.
Things you can't control.
So here's what we're going to do. We'll just write down everything that we're nervous with your baby about, but we won't bring it up on the air.
Oh, great.
Just write mine, and then I'll just turn it over. No one's going to see it. I'm telling you right now, I think DeVito's got problems. I think one of these guys is ready to pop up.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah. Excellent.
I'm
you hear that,
impressed.
DeVito?
He's so full of self-doubt that I'm shocked that he actually said he's got it in the bag.
There's no way he said that.
No, he did. He's like, dude, I don't even know why I'm fucking doing this.
Yeah,
he goes, I could go on my couch, fucking call them on the phone, put it up, and I'll kill next to these guys.
Oh, man.
Christ.
Is it weird, though, to compete against your friends because you're all buddies together?
Sure.
This is your class. Weird. This is the guys that you come up with.
Right, right.
Who do you guys consider the class before you? Like, who's the next guys that you're like, above
us?
Yeah,
I mean, like the guys
in terms
that were
of time and breaks and stuff like that.
The guys that have been hosting, Sam Morrill, Mark Norman,
like
Sean Donnelly,
right. Those fellas.
Yeah, they're all guys.
Mackie, all those guys.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they were kind of where we were a couple of years ago, and now working more of the clubs and able to do some more TV, things like that. So, yeah, I would say those.
But there is time that you got to put in, man.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. And that's how it should be. That's why I think we're all collectively like, it's DeVito. Pick DeVito. What are you doing? Why are we having a contest? Just work the guy. Give him some spots. $20 in a meal. Help him out.
And me and DeVito actually started around the same time. We used to do mics at Eastville together all the time. But he's really hitting his stride like nobody else, and he hustles harder than anybody. So, just because we started out, I still don't feel like I'm,
you know that you haven't put in the work as him.
I mean, I know you're right. I work hard, but he works harder. So
he's got a knack where
it's well deserved.
He'll get a new idea, and then it'll come out like a finished bit. There's like no ums or ers or like, what else should I say? There's none of that.
The ums and ers are a big pitfall of mine. Maybe I'll just do that for 15 minutes.
We'll just babble.
I don't know.
Embrace my weakness.
From what I hear, dead air is getting more and more popular all the time. That you just sit there, and the people will actually lean in.
Yeah.
They'll lean towards you.
Sure.
You know, Bob Newhart had told me that he wrote in all the uncomfortable pauses into his thing.
Yeah.
So I did this interview with him in front of like 350 people. And during the interview, he would do that. And I would feel that kind of rubber band pulling from the audience. And then he would drop the fucking hammer.
Right.
And it would be really cool. And then later he's like, thanks for not stepping on me, cuz. And I'm not going to say who he says steps on him all the time. It was Jay Leno. But it was like, fucking Leno would like throw a joke in.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't handle the silence.
Yeah, I do, well, or it couldn't, he just felt like, hey, here's a place for me to, that's great. Yeah. But he needed those things.
Right. There's definitely that theory, and I think we encounter this with these like loud bar shows where people may or may not know that a comedy show is going to happen. It's like, if you try to compete with the noise that they're making and get louder or do whatever, then you're just going to be drowned out and they'll talk even louder. But if you take it down a peg, and Doug and I are both kind of like relatively subdued fellas on stage.
Yeah, we're not screaming and flipping chairs over.
Yeah, but that's a great way to draw people into you.
So you just bring it down a little more.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And musicians do that too when they play in restaurants and whatever else. Like if you try to compete with their conversation, what they're doing, then they're not even gonna. It's like a wavelength thing.
Right. I don't know if you guys know Joe Pera. He's a guy.
Man.
He's a comic that is in the same circle as us. He has like one of the most low key, monotone, quiet deliveries. He spends the first 30 seconds on stage just adjusting the mic in silence, and people, the place just shuts the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They tune in. They want to see what it is.
Attention.
Right. I think that's something. Just when people want to see what is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Fez, I think you got that. That's your thing.
It just doesn't transfer on the radio. Doug Smith and Ryan Beck.
He was doing it. You should have stayed with it. It was beautiful. But go ahead and do the plug thing. But do it big for these guys, because I really want to see DeVito get upset. I do. I want to see it turn around.
Just talk to him. He's always upset.
DeVito, if and when he wins tonight, he has to live with the fact that he's taking food out of my unborn child's mouth.
Oh God, the nourishment.
Just got to throw that in.
Yeah,
there,
they need nourishment at this point.
Ryan Beck and soon-to-be father Doug Smith are part of the Final Four tonight at Caroline's Comedy Madness, happening at 7 p.m. Caroline's on Broadway. Carolines.com for tickets. Doug Smith versus Ryan Beck tonight, and then the winner goes to the championship round against the winner of Joe Larson versus Anthony DeVito.
Sorry, Fez, I'm getting text now from big VPs. You got to keep talking when I say that.
Oh, okay.
Or just do that thing that you do where you bring it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see your delivery when you're that way. Well, I'll play it for you. Can I play him the blueberry thing?
Oh, yeah, sure.
This is a break. Here's what happened. I was eating a sandwich on the air. Didn't want to finish it. And I got up and took half the sandwich to give to my producer in the other room. It's going to be the blueberry thing on YouTube. Oh, you just got it on YouTube, or you want to do the video? So, and Fez, I didn't know that this happened, but he had a little, what would you consider it, Fez?
Meltdown, panic attack.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would say panic attack.
Because, did you think that I didn't like what you were saying?
I didn't know where you went. I didn't know when you were coming back, and I just really fell apart.
So this was when you left for a split second to give someone a sandwich?
So I didn't know, I took it over to give Chris half my sandwich, because I'm all like, well, I'll just say this. He always wants half my sandwiches.
Sure.
I'm not going to feed him. It's a big thing for him. So are we going to play it from in there? But at one point you could actually hear, so I didn't know any of this happened until later listeners told us about it. Became somewhat famous.
Grab some headphones.
Why can't we play it in the room?
They won't hear it with the mics on.
Okay. With the mics could have went off. All right.
Now, the blueberry is one that can't work on its own. It has to have something with it, like the kiwi. It's not a standalone fruit. The Voice is going to get the spot after the Super Bowl. That's, of course, if we have a Super Bowl this coming season.
That's not the one that I like, though, because I like it the way that it went on longer. But I think
That's
you guys
pretty great, though.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing.
He was about to give his recipe for fruit salad.
Yeah, it was just a whole
petered out at the end
thing, and then like later. People had brought up of all the, people that do eat blueberries. They just have blueberries.
Sure, yeah.
There is no...
They're packed with antioxidants.
Yeah.
Just pop a couple handfuls.
Yeah.
It's a superfood.
But so the people at home heard that.
Yeah.
But you have a tendency for that, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think the reason why people who speak for a living find it funny is because it's always right there. You know what I mean? It's always right there that could happen. You see some guy in his teleprompter goes out on the news.
He just shorts. His brain shorts.
He just shorts.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, to me, like seeing somebody on network TV having a bad set. Like they'll come out on a show and you watch it and you're just like, this is way more interesting than if they had a good set.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's good for viewership.
Yeah.
Ideally, that doesn't happen to either of us tonight,
Way to put it in his head, man.
No.
That was great.
Sick
That's
bastard.
that thing,
See?
yeah.
Oh, man.
You already brought up about his kid and now that.
Looks like a nice boy next door, but he's a twisted son of a bitch.
They're the best. They're the one that always ends up killing somebody.
Oh, great.
What part of the country are you from?
I'm from Missouri.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Right in the
See
middle.
what I mean?
Right in the middle.
Right in the fucking
right in
middle.
the middle.
How old were you before you saw an ocean?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's probably like 8 or 9. I think we went to Disney World, or what's the one in Florida?
Disney World. But that's not an ocean there.
There's not an ocean over there?
Slap dab in the middle, right?
Okay, then 16 probably.
16.
He thought what Shamu
Yeah.
was swimming in was the ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of big water. If you can't see the other side, what is it? There's no way to tell.
But were you just staring? Could you believe seeing that much water after growing up landlocked?
Yeah, I mean, I'd seen like movies and stuff. I wasn't totally blown away by it.
Right. But I've seen fucking E.T., but I'd still freak out if I saw an alien walk in here. You're like, what is it?
There's definitely something strange about the beach, I think, that I was like, man, this is weird. And then you start to think, at least for me, I would just start to think about the like the explorers, the guys on the wooden ships, just like, let me go out there. Like, man, that's
Yeah, that was ridiculous, right?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I mean, go for it, but holy cow.
Just
Also,
leaving.
Leaving.
Yes, they put.
And there's no women. How do they eat? They fish?
They
Well, they
fish
have-
and die of scurvy, right?
Yeah, they had salted
Not
meat.
enough blueberries.
They had salted meat.
Salted meat.
But it's not really a standalone fruit, Fez. It really needs another... What, fruit? Was that what you were going for?
It needs some sort of combo.
Yeah, I'm not a
with it.
fan of the blueberries at all.
Really? Oh,
No.
man.
The only time I hear people eat them is in a muffin, so, how great of a fruit can that be?
See, it's working for you, Fez.
Yeah.
He's never heard of blueberries in yogurt. Or people just eating blueberries.
Yeah, no.
Do you eat just blueberries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handfuls?
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to get pretty health conscious in my old age. I'll do a thing now where I just like open up the lettuce crisper and just shovel fistfuls of arugula in my mouth. No dressing, nothing mixed in. Just just raw dog arugula.
I want to see this baby graduate from high school.
I need to do that. I eat like I'm divorced. It's just frozen foods. Like it's either over or in front of something. Like over the
Thaw 'em out
sink, in
under
front of the TV.
running water,
just
just eat 'em over the
shoveling.
sink.
Yeah.
I think that they could actually be sued for calling that food. I don't know what it is.
Frozen foods?
Yeah, that you microwave it and then it becomes food suddenly.
Yeah.
No.
I do have a microwave. There's a lot of people that don't even own microwaves, which is preposterous to me.
I
would
didn't
have one,
for
right?
ye- I didn't
But you
for
don't
years.
cook in it, right?
No,
I mean,
I don't
I'll
cook in
eat
it. Yeah, sure,
something,
sure.
but to sit and go, my dinner's going in the microwave? No, I couldn't.
That's a second round. Microwaves for the second round of the food. You heat it back up. That's not a right off the bat kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, man. I didn't have a microwave for like the last 4 years. I got one a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of principles, because you probably couldn't afford one.
I couldn't afford
right?
one,
Yeah.
and where do you put one in the
What did you have?
apartment?
A toaster oven instead? Just a very slow
No, you know what it
microwave?
was? I just ate everything right away. There was no reheating option, you know?
There was no leftovers.
No, there were
You
no
weighed
leftovers.
200 pounds more.
Well, the amount of people who don't use their stoves in New York City is like crazy.
Yeah.
People really do use them as storage units, you know?
Jim Norton
That's
keeps his
Sex
T-shirt.
in the City where Carrie kept her shoes in there, but people
Yeah.
really do that.
Jim Norton keeps his T-shirts in his oven.
Yeah?
Oh, man.
That's
and then
awesome.
he keeps body parts in there. So you
In
know
the
what
freezer.
I mean?
That's people put their jeans in the freezer, so why not?
Why would someone put their jeans in the freezer?
You haven't heard of this?
No.
You freezer to like get the smell out, and then it doesn't affect like the way that they fit, and if they like wear when they wear in the washer
break
and
down
the
the
dryer.
fabric.
All right, but doesn't that smell stay in your freezer with your food?
I would assume so, but you know, it's all frozen. Is that food
Yeah.
anyway? So
How's that?
I mean,
how's
your
that
ice
supposed
is
to
in
clean
there.
it.
No,
some people are adamant about this jeans freezer thing. I'm not. I'm a traditionalist. I like them to be on my body or in some kind of closet.
I'm glad you made that stand and put it out
I'm
there.
a jeans traditionalist.
I know a guy, Fez, you know him, he worked for us, that big guy, and he had something wrong with his feet, where his feet would stink, and that he used to have to keep his shoes in the freezer.
Yeah, he put his
at
sneakers
night
in there.
because of whatever foot funk that he had. I don't
Gross.
know what was wrong with him.
That'll
Yeah.
cure you eating TV dinners, right?
Yeah. That's definitely.
He had TV dinner foot, is what they actually ended up calling it. He'd eaten, I think the most TV dinners you could eat is 12 before, the limit is gone. Now, Fez, you've always been a single guy, right?
Yeah.
But you have a lot of friends.
No.
That you go, okay, you don't have any friends.
No.
So what is dinner like for Fez Whatley? What do you do?
I usually will stop and get something and then eat it when I get home. But no
takeout?
Usually out of the container.
Fez is always going to give you a truthful answer. A lot of people would think
A lot
of
of people
bizarre.
say they
That's a
had
good
friends.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He could have easily just said, "Yeah, I got friends. I got buddies. We all go out to dinner together. It's great. Down in the West Village, we're down there gaying it up." But I think, and I'm being honest about this, there's something sadder about a single gay guy sitting in his apartment eating alone than a single hetero guy. There's just something
Yeah, because you
know.
think that, well, yeah. 'cause you
So
think
you're
gay
under
guys
the
just
impression that gay people are more social than.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that they run in packs and they have more fun.
and they have their pick of the litter, right? They just have.
and
they're just-
I mean, let's face it, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, Fez, but they will blow each other at the drop of a hat. You could go to a party and everyone will have sex with each other.
This sounds a lot like
because it's-
Doug's fear of missing out thing.
Yes, this is what you missed out on. Gay 80s.
I got a whole nother world to
Yeah.
get in on.
But see, the thing is,
Gay 80s.
you know how dudes don't normally turn down sex, right?
Sure.
Well, this is two dudes together.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting there and two guys would say to each other, "You want to just blow each other?" A guy would more likely
not?
say yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I could. I guess you're right. I don't.
I need you to take a stand here. This isn't fucking frozen
Here's the
jeans.
thing, though.
All right.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
This is where I land on most issues. Is I have no idea if I have an opinion about it until
Right.
I hear someone else's opinion. I go, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that sounds fine
Now,
to me.
Fez, am I wrong with that though?
No.
He's not.
Am I right that the gay guy with nothing to do is even sadder than the straight guy? I mean, the lonely guy is always going to be a sad thing.
Sure.
You know what I
Lonely
mean?
person.
Yeah.
Well, it's because a single straight man, if he's like, well, I'm going to get out of the house tonight, go to a bar, his odds of picking somebody up are very slim. But a single gay guy, if he goes out to, his chances are much better, right? So I would think you would just want to play the
social
odds.
options, I would be better.
But I think even getting laid options.
Absolutely,
I think
yeah.
it's got to be as easy for a gay guy to get laid as it is for a woman to get laid.
Yep.
And that's fucking simple.
Yeah, but also the quality of these sexual encounters have to be in the shitter.
That's a different situation.
Yeah,
We're not
but that's
talking
also
about
a deterrent.
quality,
At least
it's
for
quantity.
me, you know, I want to have like good sex. I don't want to have.
So you turn down sex?
Well, you know, listen.
Have you ever once turned down sex?
Sure. Yeah.
Then you're gay.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
If you turn down sex
Well, it was
with
from a
woman,
guy, so does that?
That came back. But you have turned down sex. Someone's come up to you and said,
I mean,
wanna...
okay. Nobody ever has said to me, "Hey, you, let's go have sex." Right? So I guess in that sense, no, I haven't ever turned it down. But I've definitely been like, maybe there's a chance here. I'm exhausted. I'm already way too drunk, and I got to get up at 6 a.m. Let me go home. You know, I've done that. I've bailed on a night.
There's a fine line between gay and responsible.
See, I think the only people that have had someone walk up and say, "Hey, let's have sex right now," is gay guys and Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's happened for Brad Pitt where he could go, "I will definitely get laid tonight." A guy always thinks, I got a pretty good shot at getting laid tonight. I'm going out in this strange place. But for gay guys, I think it's close to 100%.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so.
But you don't know.
I don't know so.
100% return on your investment of $14 at the bar or whatever drinks you're buying.
I mean, I've gone out to gay bars where it seems like, yes, everybody's here looks like they're going home with someone tonight.
Give them the kicker to the story, Fez.
Oh, that one? Not
only gay, but...
I'm sorry.
You're not only gay...
Oh, but a virgin.
He's never
never had sex.
Why would that get a sad thing?
Well, I mean, you're out at this bar. Well, you know, get out there.
I'm kidding.
Right?
I'm just kidding. I wanted to make an awkward moment.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine.
No
What you
awkward
did.
moments here.
No.
Is this like a lack of interest thing?
Just a fear thing.
Oh, a fear thing. Okay. That's understandable.
Fear of what? Being bitten?
I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to be bit.
Well, it happens.
Are you looking forward to eventually getting rid of the virginity, or is this something that you're
It's
okay
become
with?
such a big thing in my head that now the fear is really gigantic.
Sure, yeah.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. Maybe you can find somebody that's very understanding about it.
Are you looking for somebody? So I got the perfect thing if you're looking to turn somebody on.
What's that?
Jeans in the freezer.
Just some really cold
It's a great
jeans.
conversation
Yes,
starter.
it is. Just become walking in with these ice jeans.
Yeah.
Just like, do these jeans look too cold?
Is your dick invisible, or you just keep your jeans in the freezer?
It seems like you could just keep ice packs in your back pocket and everything would stay fresh for a while.
That's a great point.
If you're following this freezer theory.
And then you get wet eventually, right? You sit on it. You got to sit on your pants. Listen.
Because you went for get wet, and then he was like, wait, maybe he thinks he's
Right.
like a girl thing.
Right. I don't
You
know.
know? Like the gay guys, dude, your dicks get wet if you're turned on by a stud. That's what he's saying.
Oh.
Can I ask how old you are, Fez?
No.
I can't. All right.
So let's
Well,
just try-
I'm only wondering because it only gets harder. Obviously,
See,
the longer you wait.
yeah.
Like I was
I'm at-
21 because of the whole Jehovah's Witness thing, and
Right.
I felt way behind. At 21.
I was 20 by popular demand, so that whole thing.
So are you in the area of them? Is that how old you are?
I'm a little older than 20 and 21. I'm a little north of that.
You're older if you could put those two numbers together and then slide a third one in.
But you gotta you can't place so much importance on it.
No.
The girl I lost my virginity to looked like Wayne Arnold from the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
So just had to get it out of the way.
And that happens for most people.
Yeah, it's
I
not gonna
was
be
A
with
good.
Jason Hervey lookalike.
I was with a big girl wearing a lot of powder that actually dried my whole mouth out. You know what I mean? Just being there, I was like, oh, I wish I could get a drink. And not
man.
only that, here's the thing. My grandfather was dying in the other room, and I still went for it.
That actually,
great.
that's very bold. That's brave right
Yeah.
there.
He would have
Well,
wanted
I think
you
that's
to,
an
right?
admirable story.
Well,
You're the hero of that one.
The following day, this happened at my grandparents' thing. My grandmother said to me at breakfast table, "Any port in the storm, huh?"
Wow.
And then we all laughed.
Oh, look, he's looking up pictures of Wayne Arnold. Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Nice Wayne Arnold thing.
That's her.
Yeah, see, first of all, I don't think Wayne Arnold was a bad-looking girl. So I think you were onto something.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair.
Looks a little special. But yeah, it was, and I also, it was 21, brought her back to my place. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time, had my own apartment. And I didn't have any condoms. I was not prepared for this. So, brought her back to my place. I was like, hold on one sec. I got in my car, drove to CVS, bought condoms. And I was like, I don't want to, pop my load in 30 seconds. So I rubbed one out in the car real quick before I went back inside.
Smart. Nuisance batch.
Didn't help at all.
Yeah, it didn't make a difference.
Maybe bought me an extra 7 seconds. But that's
How long were you gone?
10 minutes.
That DC traffic, that could take forever.
That beltway will
Why is
really
that the part
fuck
of the
up your
story that
chances.
you focused on? The traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
That's an interesting thing, though, Fez. You keep a condom in your wallet?
No, I don't.
So you don't even expect when you go out?
No.
But I guess for you it's great because you could borrow.
The other person should have one on him. Yeah.
You got an extra one?
I could say I just ran out. Do you have one?
Do people keep condoms in their wallet? I never did that. Because I feel like if it falls out, it just looks like you're, I don't know. It just looks...
Yeah,
like you're planning on it. It's a little weird. I used to just keep one in my sock.
It feels like there's a motive kind of thing. But I guess you got to hide. I don't know.
I think it's smarter to tape it to the outside of your wallet. Just let people know.
Kind of like a flare in the...
Yes. So Fez's other thing that he's concerned about, and I never thought about this before, but he's worried about dating someone that can beat him up. And I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Me too.
Women think about that. You know what I mean? Like when you're a girl, you're like, I hope I'm going out on this blind date. I hope he doesn't choke me to death. But we've never. Then when Fez brought it up, I'm like, I guess all chicks worry about that. You know?
You think all women do?
Yeah, I think in the back of their mind, they're thinking this dude could choke me.
I'm always fascinated how any women live in New York City. I mean, because of just that. There's so many plywood, all of it.
Right.
There's so many things that just could ruin, just change your entire life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm if it's dark enough out, I'm worried. Walking alone on the street. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, I put my keys around my finger and
That's good. You gotta
That's good. Then you have a little sword. Yeah. He's like, hey, I'll fucking start you up, bitch, right here in the street.
Yeah, but improvised weapons are fun, though, right?
Yeah.
Like thinking about what you have on your person that you could use, Sure. One time I was walking through Bushwick and I was finishing a slice of pizza, and it was like, I could feel it was a dangerous neighborhood. I just folded the pizza plate 3 times, and I had a lethal shiv, like a paper shiv made out of a pizza plate. I was so proud of myself. I was like, come on, bring it on.
That's creative.
Yeah, right?
Creative defense.
Yeah, well, just don't bring paper when someone else has plastic. That's the thing you want to get into.
Plastic paper to a plastic fight. Yeah.
Caroline's Comedy Madness Final Four. That is tonight at Caroline's on Broadway. The show starts at 7 p.m. with Doug Smith versus Ryan Beck. The guys are here today, and they will be taking on the winner of Joe Larson versus Anthony DeVito. That happens tonight at Caroline's.
You could actually cut the tension with a knife right now. 64 people walked into this, and the odds of being there 4 white dudes at the end.
We're taking it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a relief that we got that.
Yeah. Because if there was any one minority, you're like, I know who's winning. I know who's got this. This year, it's a girl.
That's why we're all going with DeVito. He's got the most ethnic sounding name.
He does.
He's the most Arab of the bunch.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Why do you just keep putting up pictures of Jeff Garland while we're sitting here? I guess he's coming to Caroline's. Is that it?
That's actually who I lost my virginity to.
Jeff Garland?
The Jeff Garland photo.
Oh, God damn it!
I remember distinctly when it was going on, having the thought, the conscious thought, oh, this is it? So, you got nothing to worry about.
You're like Peggy Lee.
It's very underwhelming.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then, an hour later, I was like, that's the only thing I ever want to do. So,
but I like I said, I was very young when it happened, and with that, as what my grandmother said about me. But I found it to feel unpleasant the first time, and it wasn't until after the summer when I went back and found my girlfriend that I'm like, oh, this is better in this case. But the first time for me, I'm like, oh.
The first time with anybody is definitely weird. That's why, the going out to a bar and just finding whoever is not always going to be like your best bet.
No, because you haven't perfected it yet. You haven't got your rhythm
Or you just
down.
don't give a it's like a transaction. You don't care about them at all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's no good. That's not for me, at least. I don't know. Some people are really into it.
How old were you?
I was... I'm trying to figure out whether I was 14 or 15.
Holy cow.
But it was in that kind of things. And she was... she was a Catholic girl, so she was pretty fucking crazy during the summer. But she was also older. So this was like definitely... Like I thought I'd be making out and she fucking grabbed my cock. And I'm like, I guess this is it.
Sure.
It's right here on the front porch.
How
Here
much
we
older
go.
are we talking? Like 40s?
No, she was a couple years older.
Oh, okay.
But she was,
a rebellious teen.
Well, she was a street girl. She was from a neighborhood where this type of thing took place all the time.
This type of thing.
But it's like, this is always funny.
Fucking children happens all the time.
And if you watch a movie, they're always teenagers, right? Yeah, but they're really 25.
Exactly.
But if you ever saw that movie Kids, you're like, this is awful. No one wants to see actual kids in a teen sex comedy.
Right. I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, probably the most upsetting movie I've ever seen.
Right.
You watch that, you just want to slam your dick in a drawer and never touch
What's it
anyone
about? It's
again.
about kids having sex?
It's about a bunch of teenagers transporting AIDS to each other unknowingly.
It was New York before they cleaned it up, basically, is what it was. But if you watch a teen sex comedy, you're like, well, this girl's hot. Yeah, because she's 25.
Sure.
She's not fucking really 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And then it just looks like little bunnies just slamming against each other. It's like watching the hamsters, like shaped hamsters fucking. They don't know what they're doing. So that's what we're saying, Fez. You got nothing to worry about at all.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be... I don't know. There's a hamster thing, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely be like somewhat of a hamster thing. Especially since you're gay. You guys put them in your ass, right? Or something?
No,
I'd
never
heard that before.
Well, wasn't that the rumor swirling around Richard Gere for a while? Richard Gere and gerbils, right?
Do you know he's here?
He's
today?
here?
He's in this building.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Maybe you'll talk about it
in person.
It's 20 years. Look, I took a picture of this today.
Of
right?
what? What are we looking at?
Just take a look. And that is Fez's doppelganger. Ooh. I just saw a guy down the street who looks just like Fez. So bad I had to give him a creep shot. I had to say, look, I'm going to take this picture.
How long have you had your mustache?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
See, I'm teaching you how to fucking give a false answer. How long have you had it, Fez? Exactly.
2.5 years.
That's
it? 2.5
really?
years, yeah.
Oh, wow. It feels
it's
like
a good look. It feels like looks like you've had it forever.
Yeah, not knowing you, it feels like it's part of your being.
He can also, is one of those guys who can just do giant beards.
Really?
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
You could probably find some of them online where Fez can get that big Russian poet beard.
It goes out, not down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get a ZZ Top beard.
I'm sorry to hear that, Fez.
Or a Duck Dynasty one.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
I can't
really
do
do a
it
beard at all. That's why I do this.
Is that why?
Yeah, I can't rock a full beard.
That's
very sparse.
DeVito can grow one anytime he wants.
He's got one.
Yeah.
He gets one when he wakes up.
That's not even one of Fez's larger beards.
No, there's a lot bigger than that.
Holy cow.
Are there? No, that's just
There's no beard in that picture.
It's just particularly gay looking.
I can't grow any kind of facial hair really. It just gets kind of dirty looking, and then I got to get rid of it. That's where I'm at.
All right, go to Battle of the Beards with Fez, with him and Eastside Dave. Each tried to have the biggest beard. How long did you guys do that, Fez?
I think that was just like a 6-month beard. And it got gigantic.
Always goes back to factual, not going for the silly angle.
Battle of the Beards.
Battle of the Beards. Get a large picture. You know how to click on
was
it, make
this
it
a real
larger.
competition? Was there a monetary
like you see,
prize?
like week 11 there, one of those.
Holy cow!
No, just people being weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it does
a monster beard.
It looks like you just have a bunch of tumors underneath.
It's kind of like the like a Jolly Santa.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. like where it's got bounce.
You probably could play Santa like one of those guys who just gets to go in without putting anything fake on.
Yeah, it's weird to have more cheek hair than chin hair.
Yeah.
For who?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Civil War kind of thing.
Anyone.
For who?
Yeah, see, I don't think life should be, I don't think that we should judge people whether they grow more on their chin or their cheek. But that's me. I think that everybody should be equal.
We're really tackling the bigger issues here.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's Talk Radio, 866 Ron Zero Fez.
We let off with death, so I mean, anything after that, we're just.
It's sad we didn't stay with that. I was hoping that we would. I mean, bringing up the
we
fact
can always go back.
Yeah,
each of us
it's
will
always
be dead.
there. It's always ready for us to.
Particularly you.
It's right under the surface. Oh,
Yeah.
Particularly me.
This is that I have this sense about people, and I'm not sure. I'm just worried.
You think I'm going to make it to 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Really? Are you having a premonition of?
There's just you seem like the kind of guy that something would happen that would die young.
Oh, wonderful!
Like I'll say this: if I got on a plane and you were sitting there, I'd probably get right back off. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking doing this, man.
That's funny.
Look at this. Look at that plane wreck.
Oh boy!
They were on an 8-minute fall.
I was supposed to be on that one.
Isn't that weird how that? I was up there. I was on the top of that thing 2 years before. People would, after 9/11, would always tell you when they were in the towers. I was just in there 3 years before. Yeah, that's when it was safe.
Yeah.
That was a fine morning, the day that you were there.
And then people they want to somehow be attached to the tragedy, I think. I think people do that still today even,
Yeah.
It's definitely a big thing, I feel like, wanting to a similar. You see somebody like a celebrity die or whatever, and people immediately will post their particular relation with
I met
them.
Joan Rivers back in 2007. Yeah. They always got to make it about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, however you mourn, but I feel like so I feel like just narcissism in general is it's a big commodity nowadays. It's really on the uptick.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Through Twitter and all these things.
Twitter makes everybody feel like a celebrity, like a public person. People used to feel private. Now they're going like this. I got a lot of follows. You know what I mean? And you're like, really?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of retweets. Okay?
Sure.
Right.
That's not the same as making a movie.
Right.
You know?
No, that's a great point.
All right, look at this. This is a picture of Fez when he was younger. And this one's hard to believe. And Fezzy, I know I've worked with you every day for all these years, and I don't remember this look at all.
I don't remember that big beard. Yeah, that's
when we
DC.
worked in Washington.
That's WJFK.
This is pre-heart attacks.
Yeah.
Pre-heart attacks?
Yeah.
You've had multiple heart attacks?
You've had more heart attacks than
Jesus.
sex?
Yes. 4 more.
Damn. 4?
Yeah.
Holy cow. What do you eat?
Yeah, I've had...
What kind of stuff you eat?
Bacon.
Still?
Well, bacon, wrap bacon.
Oh.
Do you see that pizza commercial where they're saying we put 3 feet of bacon on this pizza?
Oh, around the crust,
I was cracking up.
I don't understand the whole bacon craze. I think it's ridiculous.
Fucking internet again, too.
It's fucking stupid, don't you think?
Yeah, but
Bacon's fine,
I like
but
bacon.
It's good, but bacon in
On
your
everything?
cupcakes and in your bourbon and shit.
I think it's all of that rebellious thing. It's like, well, I'm
crossing the
being
line.
bad, and then these ladies, middle-aged ladies will eat it.
I do the same thing, but I shoot meth. I'm like, I'm in rebellion.
You know what you need? Bacon wrapped meth.
Yeah,
That's
I love that.
Tastes
Tastes so good because it's crunchy.
Yeah, bacon infused.
Well, we got
Meth.
to wrap this up, Fezzy, and I'll tell you this. I feel like you made 2 new friends today.
I feel the same way.
All right. Give us the semifinal winners, and then who's going to win the finals. Fez is done. He can do this at the drop of a hat.
All right, tonight it is Joe Larson versus Anthony DeVito. Anthony DeVito advances.
Sure.
And then they face the winner of our guest today, Doug Smith versus Ryan Beck. That's Doug Smith.
That's only because Beck's not going to live long enough to make it to the fucking show.
I feel bad.
Winner by default.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
It happens at Caroline's tonight at 7 p.m. Caroline's Comedy Madness, the Final 4. Go to carolines.com for tickets.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking Joe Larson to upset
the field.
everybody. Yeah. No. and then just lay it down.
He's a good comic. Oh, okay.
He's going to leave all of his material during the open night.
He's against DeVito.
Yeah, whoever wins between you guys, Carson's already going to I exhausted all my best shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real winner is the people, though. You know what I mean?
True, isn't it?
Did Larson even put up a fight when DeVito was like, "I got this in the bag," or was he in agreement?
There's no way DeVito actually
started crying a little bit, like a little bit. His voice cracked, and he said, "I have kids."
Already made kids, so he's got you beat.
Yeah.
And then he went on to join the Air Force in World War II. I just think he looks like a flyer from the 1940s.
He's got a very classic jawline.
He's got that very harsh part.
Yeah.
Right?
Like if this was
Looks like the Rocketeer.
Yeah. If this was like 1941, people would say, "I'm going to put you in the movies, son. Excuse me." I mean, he had that perfect look.
Yeah.
On Twitter, it's at I am Ryan Beck and at Who Doug Smith.
No question.
All right, thanks, guys.
That's it. We're
Thank
done.
you guys so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Same here,
Thank you.
man.
That's the end of my show. Dog.